18. Right, so it's episode 201 tonight, and it is Sunday, October 5th, 9 p.m. Eastern. And this is the Sundering. Tonight we are joined by a very special guest, Ms. Wonderful Awesome V from Ask Mr. Robot. The last time V was on, it was episode 56, which was on December 5th, 2011. And I would say, I know, it was that long ago.
I thought you guys were kidding.
No.
For years.
It's been a few years. And I would say that was our heyday, but we're going to be honest here. We kind of sucked back then, and really we still kind of do. So anyhow, what do we have on deck other than having the lovely Miss V on? We have World of Podcast updates, World of Warcraft news, plus, as always, your Foff, questions, and more. Let's get this party started.
The Sundering is an explicit podcast, which may not be suitable for children, people with delicate sensibilities, animals under 10 pounds, certain towns in Idaho, citizens of Liechtenstein, members of the clergy, fans of the show Cop Rock, and vegans.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Well, let's start the insanity.
This is the Sundering Podcast with your host, Seraphis.
Self-replicating bacon. I don't like fat chicks cutting my hair because we wouldn't want it to get weird or anything.
Rapist.
He adds to the show and everyone gets upset. This is great. I know they say this, but I don't care.
And Zia.
Hi, Slurp. I'm so full of hate. I'm not sure what a podcast is. Slavery is different than a fish.
Alright, well, I was taking a crap and my daughter stood outside the bathroom singing, let it go, can't hold it anymore. I am Seraphis. That is actually a true story, and it was disturbing. And I'm joined by my co-host. His nickname in high school was the best 12 seconds of your life. That's also his nickname now. It's Rayfist.
I upgraded to 13.
Alright. And of course, how do you confuse this co-host? You paint yourself green and throw sporks at her. It's Zia. And Zia's on mute, and we can't hear her, and she's just like that.
Damn it! That's my bad, dude.
All right.
Is that some sort of like...
You're confused.
To something?
No, but you are confused right now. So
it has rattled by that.
Succeeded. And our guest, she is the speaker box for our future robot overlords. Let's be honest, many of you, including us, would be lost without asking the robot how to manage your day-to-day existence. It's V from Ask Mr. Robot.
Hey guys, that is like the best intro ever. Voice box, I like it.
So V, before we get going, I have to say, it's been almost 3 years. And last time you were on, I requested a sandwich optimizer, and Ask Mr. Robot still doesn't have it. What gives?
Well, he made it. He's just, keeping it for himself.
Selfish bastard.
Right. I mean, I tried to explain to him if you share it, it's not going to make his sandwiches any less good.
I mean,
but he's not having any of it. Right.
Share the love of sandwiches.
He's just worried that, because, obviously it says to put bacon on everything, and he's just worried that if he does that, everyone else is going to use bacon, and then we're going to have a bacon shortage.
Well,
so, I mean, the concern's a little, logical.
I can see that, but, I mean, there could be a setting that says don't add ancillary meat or main meat or pork products,
ancillary meat? Like that?
Well, see, bacon, I feel, is more of... It's other than for a BLT. The BLT is this very special.
I had a BLT today. Sorry, tangent.
I actually had a BLT for dinner too. So, but bacon outside of a BLT should be used as a meat enhancer, really, in my opinion. And
like on burgers and shit.
Think of it like you're enchanting a piece of gear, or you're socketing a piece of armor in World of Warcraft.
Stop talking with your hands.
I can't help it. I'm part Italian. I'm handsy. What can I say?
With that. I think bacon should go on everything.
Well, it should, but I mean, I'm just saying that.
Also, what was that word you used? Like ancillary?
Ancillary. That's a good word.
What'd you do? Answer Larry or something?
God damn it, Ray! All right.
I love Ray's corny jokes.
All right. So who's joining us tonight?
Right. So tonight we have the chat room is looking pretty good and somewhat full already.
Our chat room always looks good.
our chat room is sexy and hilarious, and I just updated, refreshed it. So if I miss a name, it could be that it's my terrible whatever. So I have Adams, Broom, Sheffield, Jen, Sexy Will, who I need to email, and Dr. Dre, Grim. Welcome back, Dr. Dre. Grim, Homebrewed, who I have the things for you, sir. Got Joe, Left Tit, No LP, Q Squared, Rob, Spidey, Tar, Toast Post Can, Velvet Dove, and a cat. I'm impressed. I didn't think you'd be able to hear, Tolly. Yo, what's up?
Dr. Dre. Yo, your beats are too expensive. It's ridiculous.
You guys have made it big time.
What?
You've made it big time. Dr. Dre's hanging out?
I know! It took a while. he finally
I can't see the chat room. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
How are you?
Well, Dr. Dre, you should buy us and then sell us to Apple for like $1 billion. I'm just gonna throw
You got
it
the
out
wrong
there.
Dr. Dre. This is the one from Dr. Dre and Ed Lover. Nothing? Okay, never mind.
No. Alright, real quick, administrative stuff, ads, Amazon, Newegg, Jinx, and Groupon. Hey, the holidays are right around the corner. It's October. Click through our links, buy your stuff. It's no cost to you. We take money from the man, and that's how we pay for our bandwidth and all that other good stuff. So, keep shopping. iTunes and Stitcher, rate us 5 stars. It helps people find us. And if you're feeling saucy, give us a review. We're going to read it on the show because we love you all. And, of course, if you're listen to us on Stitcher, the usual thumbs up as to your favorites. It helps. It puts us on the map. You guys are awesome. You make us look a lot better than we actually are. So thank you.
There was a surprise guest appearance just now, and he didn't realize he was on camera. So if anybody has been watching, Mark just showed up.
Oh, like Mark doesn't know after this many years that like you do a show on Sundays. You know, no, it's not a surprise anymore.
He came over on the space heater, and he like looked over like, oh fuck.
It's not a surprise anymore. Get it together, Mark. Keep it together.
I wish that he should have just flopped this dick right on your shoulder and be like, oh, I forgot you're on camera. Shit.
I changed my mind. I don't want him to do my brain surgery anymore. He'll remove the wrong hemisphere.
He's trying to keep him. Well, the show, we're getting so famous, and
Shut up.
Dr. Dre is showing up now, and so we want to make sure that there's a separation between his professional and like our shit show. So him being on camera is
shit show.
Alright, so our guild, Phalanx of Nod. They're
our
awesome.
guild, Phalanx of Nod. They are very awesome, and everybody should be among fun, awesome people.
Yes, because we are gearing up for Warlords of Draenor, so come hang out with us. We're pretty badass. So before we really dive into it, we got a call from Rob App1, that we missed from episode 200, just because we had to cut off and we were doing so many things, and I blame Ray, so let's play Rob's call real quick.
Hey, Sundering crew, Rob App1 here. Just want to wish you an awesome 200 show, and many, many more. Seraphis, you bacon-eating, beer-guzzling, raid leader. Zia, you sexy, classy, but raunchy, keeping it fancy. Woman, you, and Ray, Bird RP, Goutfoot, Kaka. Alright, guys, have fun.
Rob.
Have a great show.
Rob, I appreciate the call, but don't egg on Ray, please.
You appreciate the call, CAWO.
Well, Ray, I just set you up. I said don't egg on Ray. Really? And
I know.
I set you up.
You throw a softball at me, and I swing at a golf ball that's behind it.
It's ridiculous.
I
Thank
know.
you, Rob. We're sorry we didn't get to your call. Also, we did get an email from Jesse who says, and I'm not sure if Jesse is a guy or a girl, to be honest with you.
Jesse's girl?
Well, there's Jessies who are girls too. So anyway,
well, if it's up to me, it's gonna be wrong.
Okay, so we're not gonna go. So Jesse, you are a great person, and said, just want to say congrats on show 200. Great job, and keep up the laughs. I come for the bacon and stay for the shenanigans. See, the bacon is first, Ray. It's number one in everyone's hearts. Even V.
Yeah, I like bacon too, so shut up.
Maybe you and I can share some bacon at BlizzCon, Ray.
I wish I was your girl, Jessica.
We did last year.
We could do it again.
I'll cook some up. Are they gonna yell at me if I bring in bacon for?
Actually, they may.
They may. We
I'm
asked.
staying there though.
Well, we were trying to find sneaky ways of like feeding people that didn't cost as much as they quoted us.
I'm just gonna put the bacon in my pocket, Sarah. If you're gonna have to eat it from my pocket.
Pocket bacon.
Yeah.
That may be the title.
I'll walk over to IHOP again. It'll be like a tradition.
I think the most we're gonna get is candy in goodie bags. A little bit of candy.
I'll give you guys Skittles from my pocket.
Well, you better send them to Medi quick.
4 Skittles.
Diabetes.
Well, Ray, it's your turn to.
Is it?
Right.
Thank you for mentioning
One day, the dream is that Ray knows when he needs to segue into his one part of the show.
Right there, Sarah. Right there. It's going
If
around.
only
in a
V
circle.
could see your ridiculousness right now, she would be.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
disgusted.
They don't even. Skype's mobile doesn't even show me like your guys' videos either.
It says
sad.
you're outdated or not on some service, apparently. I don't know.
Well, I updated Skype mobile right before you guys called me, but you know, Skype's a super wonderful, easy to use program.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's user error in this case.
Well, speaking of user error, Sarah, if you are full of it, why don't you tell me what's going on over there?
I've officially lost 40 pounds so far, and I'm still going. And 40 pounds since May, by the way, for those keeping track at home.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. And last night I had a date night with the wife. We went to a new restaurant, which was then packed with homecoming people. I guess it was homecoming.
Oh, it's homecoming. Yeah, I guess it's that time of year, huh?
And all we kept thinking was like, oh dear God, we cannot let like our daughter grow up to be some of these mindless buffoons.
No, I think
It was
we're all
bad.
nice.
It was really bad. And it was funny because there was actually a table, probably of about like 8 girls. It didn't look like they had any dates, which is fine. It's fine. But they weren't talking with each other. They were all on their phones. Every last one of them. They were just sitting there, all on their phones. And I was like, wow. And my wife goes, she's like, look, this is the way teenagers communicate nowadays. They're probably texting each other, for all you know. But no, then we went to go see that movie, Gone Girl.
How was that?
Dear God, that fucks with your head. And if you're a guy, I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but when I walked out of that theater, like all like the boyfriends and husbands were like, I'm not gonna fuck with my wife. I'll tell you that right now.
Aww.
One guy, because afterwards I went to the bathroom, he's like, I don't think I'm gonna go to bed. I think I'm gonna go sleep down on the couch tonight just to be safe. Like, it freaks you out if you're a guy. I'm just warning guys right now. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but yeah, it's So
Well, don't worry, I'm not going to see it. I don't even know what movie you're talking about, so I'm sure I'm never going to see it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It looks like I'm sorry. As I'm listening, there's people in the chat room, and I made the mistake of saying to ask questions, and I didn't realize so many people would have questions.
Oh
for
no,
so quickly.
no. Well, we got questions down in our little Q&A thing for our
I
guests.
thought it was just gonna be one, but it looks like folks are really excited to talk to V tonight, which is great. So what I think we'll do, guys, is we'll keep them all in one nice little space here in the next.
Yeah,
well, it depends on if.
No, we'll do it in a guest speed interview.
Yeah, we do have a guest speed interview, so what we'll do, guys, and I apologize, we'll just move them to that area. So you're welcome to put them in the chat room, and we'll grab them as we see them, and just ask them. And we are going to go on tangents, so I can't really give a good ETA of when we'll get there if you need to go poop or go get a drink or something.
You said go poop.
Well, we will be uploading the episode.
I'm almost done with my whiskey, and we're not even done with like what we've done with our week. This is bad.
I'm sorry.
I had a lot too. I gave myself like 4 fingers today.
Yeah.
Ugh. All right. Anyway, Zia, what about you?
Yeah. So I have and feel free to ask her whatever you want, guys. It doesn't.
Man, you're only telling them that because I can't see the chat room.
Yeah, that's true. Some people are asking some real dirty ones. No, everyone's being very polite for a change.
Yeah.
It won't last
What's
long.
wrong with our chat room?
Yeah. Oh no, give it some time. So yeah, no. It's been a good week. I started playing this game with Mark called Dark Souls, and it's so punishing, and I had absolutely no idea what I had signed up for. And have you played it, Andy?
No,
Oh
I just know it. I just know how it's
Oh my
punishing.
god!
Who's this
Like,
Andy
like,
character?
I don't know who Andy is. I don't know. I say his name sometimes in pure happiness. Yeah, so it's like Skyrim, but evil, and we put about 11 hours in.
Man hours or women hours?
Man.
Okay.
And
I don't know the difference, by the way.
Oh, don't worry. We got an outrage of the week. We're gonna get to this.
Whoever had the controller.
Yes, whoever has the controller, exactly. It's been fair, but it's a really punishing game, and I didn't realize what I had signed up for. But I'm glad. I'm kind of bummed that we signed up for this game, because the pre-sequel for Borderlands is coming out on the 14th, and I fear we won't have Dark Souls beaten by then. But that's okay. Lots of games are a good thing. So I've been playing Dark Souls. And I have all my WoW game, like all my Blizzard games downloaded. So I'm like, I'm gonna get back in. I promise. I'm there. And then of course, Homebrewed, as I said, he won the haiku challenge and is going to be able to get inside of my box. And I will have it to you. I will have it to you.
That's just filthy.
I'm gonna try it, send it this week. But we apparently have your address, which I didn't realize, and I apologize. And I'll be showing up to your house. No, I'm kidding. But we'll get that to you, and just be prepared to come on camera. Don't open it.
Oh, and Ray's also sending out Velvet Dubs Mega Crate from our 200 too soon.
Yeah, I'm gathering stuff for my part of it now. It's exciting.
You know, we should probably so Zia, just so you know, I think we're getting into it. 6 O's right around the corner. So the guilds we've been hanging out, drinking, running old content, and making fun of each other. So that's pretty much what the guild's been doing.
What old content?
Yeah, when do you do this?
Well, Thursday we ran Heroic, Blackwing Descent, and Bastion of Twilight, and it was brought that apparently after drinking that I can only solo down dragons. That's my specialty, is soloing dragon bosses. So if the boss isn't a dragon, I'm screwed. But if it's a dragon, I'm okay. Everything's okay. That's what we decided. But yeah, so V, your power's out. You're speaking for the robot. How are you doing? How's your week been? You've moved, so much has gone on.
Yeah, we moved a few weeks ago, so that's been fun. Working the kinks out of the house. Previous owners do really funny things. For example, when you walk downstairs, our basement's finished. All the lights on the stairs light up in order, as you walk. That's pretty super cool. Badass. And then you walk to the hall and it lights up in order, and all this stuff. And we're like, this is super cool. And then we realized the hot water heater is downstairs and tied to a motion sensor. So if you want to take a hot shower, you have to go downstairs, wave your arms around, and then go upstairs and take a shower. So we quickly fixed that. We got out an extension cord.
Why would you fix that? That sounds fun.
I picture a wacky waving inflatable arm man.
Right. Well, that's a good one. We've gotten so many people give us I think my favorite so far is a remote control car with flag on it. But the wacky inflatable man sounds pretty awesome too.
I think you should have a pendulum and it always be on.
Well, that's the best solution yet. My friends aren't creative as you guys. I need to hang out with you more.
She'll regret that.
I feel that you have set the bar way too high for us at this point.
But yeah, otherwise just logging into the WoW beta and testing everything and looking for what happens to your gear if this and that and all these crazy things. So yep, chugging along.
Awesome. Ray, what have you been doing with your sorry life?
Well, other than working a ridiculous amount the past 3 days, I think I was at work more than I was at home.
Yeah, you've
kind of
a
crazy.
lot here lately.
Today, we did like more business today than we did like during the day than we did on the Super Bowl. I think like it's just unnecessary. There's no reason. The Bills played the Lions. Like, who gives a shit game? But there we go.
Bills won, right?
Yeah, they're the field goal. I'm done with football. Like I can't watch the games anymore, so I just stop. Like whatever. But we went and saw Tusk on Monday.
How was that?
Not worth the trip.
Okay.
I mean, we love Kevin Smith, so we wanted to support him. So we drove up to Buffalo. It's an hour and a half drive from here.
Wait, what was the one that really sucked that he did? Was it
Cop Out?
No, was it Jersey Girl or?
Oh well, yeah. I guess.
Was this better than Jersey Girl?
I never saw Jersey Girl.
Okay, well then.
I don't think that was one of those movies that was in my wheelhouse of watching movies of his. You know, this isn't either because I hate like scary movies and I hate gory movies. No, they don't do anything for me. This was just bordering on ridiculous. But the main character has a podcast in the show. Mm-hmm. And at some point he has to explain what a podcast is to an old guy. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is exactly what it's like.
That's awesome.
I think we just lost Ray's.
It's fucking weird, dude.
Okay.
It was definitely not worth it, though, but you should definitely watch it when it comes out on demand. Because don't watch it for, like, oh my God, this is going to be as quality a movie as Red State was. Because Red State was actually just good in general. This is interesting.
Right.
So before that, this is the big story of the week. Do you guys remember when I went to Massive Land and I was wearing my Loot Crate Zelda shirt and the guy yelled at me because I never played Zelda?
You played Zelda.
Called me out.
We've all yelled at you for not.
Nope. Okay, so we went to Five Guys, which is on the other side of Buffalo, this one. And I didn't realize I was wearing the same shirt because I just got out of work and we left. Mm-hmm. And the same guy was at that Five Guys. And
no way.
I walked in and he just goes, "You!" Like, and it echoed throughout the mall because it's an empty mall. And I'm just like, oh no. Like, why are you here? Like, I thought you were at the other one. He's like, have you played Zelda yet? I'm like, no! And Dan was just over cackling in the corner. He was so happy that guy was there. Apparently he's opening a Five Guys like 45 minutes away from us. So we're going to be making trips there because those are fucking some good burgers.
They are good
and
burgers.
You're wearing a t-shirt every time, right?
Wait, I'm sorry, V. I got excited and talked over you.
Yeah, well,
I mean, you're wearing your t-shirt every time you go to that Five Guys, right?
I didn't do it on purpose this time. I literally took off my work shirt and was like, all right, let's go. And then once I walked in there, I realized, oh shit, I'm wearing the same shirt. Oh no, this guy's pointing at me.
You have to keep like a spare Zelda shirt in your car just in case you go to Five Guys and you're like, oh, I have to put the shirt on.
Yeah.
Like what's funny is I hang out with my friend's girlfriend, Amy. She gets Loot Crate too, and whenever I go over to her house, I swear to God, she tries to put a Loot Crate shirt on to see if she matches me, because it's happened like 4 times. And I'm always like, boo!
Or maybe she has a very limited wardrobe?
No. She's a broad. Come on.
All right.
Us ladies, you know. Sorry, I got excited because we're renting. This is the first year we're gonna rent a car because we have to go pick up all of these things that we're shipping for World Podcast, and I was talking to Mark about going to In-N-Out because I'd never been to one.
No, this is Five Guys though.
Okay, I know, but I don't know why I'm getting on.
Five Guys is so much better.
Both burgers.
Yeah,
it's got me on this tangent for In-N-Out Burger, and I feel it. Even if it is better than In-N-Out, I feel like I need to try it, and so we're gonna have a car. So, and Epic and Sandy wanted to go to the beach. There's so many things. I feel like I should have gotten there like 3 days earlier.
Wait, just wait. I got more stuff for you guys. And I've been trying to like convince you to go to Slater's 50/50 on Twitter, which you haven't responded to. I started like a whole thing about this on Twitter.
Oh yeah, with like Medros, and it was like all
it was a ton of people.
Want to eat and
Skolnick and
yeah. Okay.
Slater's 50/50 looks amazing. The mac and cheese looks like out of this world. But the burgers are half ground beef, half bacon.
Okay.
Amazing.
So
Anyway.
Other than that, I played Destiny this week too, over at Dan and Jimmy's.
I keep forgetting to ask you, what console are you playing it on?
Xbox One. I don't have one. I play over at their house.
How is it on Xbox One?
Amazing. I mean, I hate every other... I don't like PlayStations, so... Plus, all my friends have it on Xbox, so if you would get it on Xbox One, that would be the one, because you can play with everybody I know. It's kind of cool. Oh. They're worth playing with. Dan's a fucking freak in that game.
Well, it's funny you're saying that, because I've actually been making a post, like, trying for my blog, waffling over which one I should get, PS4 or Xbox One, so...
Well... I know that Chili is going to get a PS4 to play The Last of Us, and I'm yelling at her because I'm just like, no, I want to play Destiny.
Let's see.
That's about it. That's about it, sir.
All right. Well, real quick, we have someone who stopped by the Sundering Studios because they heard that Ask Mr. Robot was going to be here.
I agree.
Oh no, that was the wrong person. Hold on.
Hey guys, Xeodroid here.
Xeodroid stopped by.
Well, that's nice.
It's really odd that she says the same shitty thing every time.
V, you're so sweet. You're like, that's so pleasant.
How about she gets some new material? Like, instead of saying, hi, I'm so-and-so. Nobody should ever have to introduce themselves if they're a special guest, by the way. You should know who they are immediately by their voice. Like, fucking Bill Murray doesn't... Bill Murray doesn't...
I get in on some hot girl on Android action.
You bitch, no. You're too cold for me.
I have greased and lubed up my metallic cooter.
I forgot. Oh, okay. So yeah. Where are we at? We should move along here.
All right.
Droid's a bitch and derailing the show.
Bacon news.
Oh, of course.
Bacon, 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 bacon.
Bacon news. All right, so I hit it again. I'm sorry. I was so excited about bacon news this week. I hit it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the first one comes from Skice, who's one of our guild members. There was a mac and cheese and bacon in a cone at like Disney's Hollywood Studios.
What?
And
it's gonna be next door to us.
I know this thing just looks ridiculous. It's like a cone filled with macaroni and cheese and bacon.
Oh, it was removed.
It was, but they said they may bring it back. It may come back.
I might have to make that for like a dinner party.
Right?
My friends come over and I'm like, dude, here's what we're eating. Here's my appetizer.
It looks like a bit like
mac and cheese.
I think the cone, like it says it's a bread cone, but it looks like it's a biscuit. It looks like it's like a biscuit filled with macaroni and cheese and bacon.
Oh wow! I don't know if I could make a biscuit cone, but I could try.
It looks amazing. It looks amazing. And like I said, that's just like the starters. Slater, I am like really big on this Slater's 50/50. Like, see, I really need to convince you that this is a place we need to go for dinner, like on Wednesday night.
I feel like we need to just like get down there another day early.
I don't know if that's gonna happen, but
there's so many things I want to do.
But I feel that this is really important to bring up that October is National Pork Month.
I don't think I knew this.
Well, now you do.
Yeah.
And it used the hashtag Porktober. So.
Yeah, Dr. Dre makes a good point in the chat room in regards to that thing you just showed. It looks like you could use like a crescent roll from Pillsbury for the cone.
Oh,
that would be perfect.
Oh, I know how to do that. You know why? Because on Pinterest, because I'm a chick, they have like crescent roll Thanksgiving cornucopia BS that I would never do because it's not worth my time. But that same shape would make a bacon macaroni and cheese cone, and that's definitely worth my time.
Yes, it is. I feel like I need to get on Pinterest just to find this thing that you talk about so I can make macaroni and cheese.
Well, my power's back. I'll see if I can find it.
Yay!
So you have it for like the show notes, and we can thank Dr. Dre for this.
Oh, that is pretty
here.
Good. That is good stuff. So do we need to like kill like a few moments, or are you gonna keep going on mobile?
Oh no, power's still not back. So.
Oh, I thought you said power was back. Oh.
I was gonna say I can kill a few more moments.
My power was back.
Yeah, I got a new e-cig thing.
What?
What does that have to do with bacon news?
It looks
I know. I just forgot I had it. It's an e-cig.
That does not look like an appropriate device to put in your mouth.
It's great. I have monster flavored e-cigs thing.
All right. Well, so that's our bacon news. Bacon, mac and cheese in a cone, and it's Porktober. So celebrate all things pork and bacon.
I think I knew that it was October.
Well, now you do. You're welcome.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right. We have some outrage this week. I'm gonna have to bring it up.
Oh, play the bumper.
Causing controversy around the world.
My outrage.
Critics across the internet are outraged.
Outrage of the week!
You still chuckle at that.
It makes me laugh every time.
All right. So the outrage of the week is the Warcraft account put up a little Twitter post.
I always like, it's like, what was a little Twitter post?
Yeah. And here's what their Twitter post said. It said, they're your brothers. They're your guild. What are your fondest memories of them? And can you guess the outrage that sparked up on social media because of this?
I don't care.
Can you guess?
They didn't include Murlocs.
No. They said brothers.
Sisters.
Instead of brothers, like, and sisters.
No women?
Yeah, no women.
And then, like, they're like, and the only women in the picture is a succubus. Like, so the internet exploded the other day. And it was not good. So, yeah, this happened on October 1st at like 9:02 a.m. and it just went, it got out of control. Like, people started, like, I saw people saying that they're unsubbing, they're sick of Blizzard's crap. Like, it went all over the place.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Really?
Now, I tested their, now just to play both sides here.
Oh,
I
don't know where this is going.
I did copy their tweet and put it into, like, my own to see if I could fit in they're your brothers and sisters, and it would have fit.
Yeah, you could reword it and it would have.
No, it's not even rewording it. I just could have added and sisters, and it would have fit into the 140 character limit with the link for the picture. So, are people rightfully outraged by this?
No, they're not. Everyone needs to shut the fuck up for once.
I don't know how to explain. I don't know how to explain.
They just said sisters. I wouldn't give a fuck.
No,
I don't think any other guy would.
Well, no, it's hard to explain because I think it's one of those things where I see it and I just kind of and like people underneath started like, sorry, my cats are really outraged over this. Like, they're over here fighting. They're so outraged.
It's the outrage of the week.
They're really pissed about this. Sorry if anybody can, or if the mic's picking that up. But anyhow,
V's so outraged she took out the power in her whole neighborhood.
I know, she did. She was very upset. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe, and V might understand, but she's really, really laid back. So I don't even think you probably even notice these things. But it's more of a, I don't get, like, super angry. I just kind of go, come on. Really, and like I just, you know, and people underneath in the response was like, oh, and sisters too, and it's like, cool, like somebody noticed that, and I'm sure whoever made that post was like, oh fuck, and like that was the end of it. But like to just like go on this tirade about it, like that's just pick your battles. It's not worth it. Like, it's
probably the same people that were pissed off about the last thing too. That they just get upset anytime they can pick something.
Right, you can get, it's fair to, give some feedback to Blizzard. And, if, like, some posts have something about, women and no men, that's okay. You can, balance it with some things about men and no women, and then some that include both. But, like, I don't know, getting incredibly outraged. I mean, Blizzard knows. It's good to give feedback and maybe, like, have a solution.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Blizzard, here's an idea. Oh, sisters would have fit.
Yeah.
Or, hey, here's a rewording. Things like that to slowly kind of, get it over there.
Yeah, I don't think, yeah.
Everyone wants their "I got you" moment. Like, I found out that this company that does amazing things actually made what, in my mind, I'm speaking as a person that's outraged because I don't care personally, but in my mind, it's a mistake, and I need them to correct it by going on this tirade. And it's just people like that are just
tirades aren't necessary.
I think it just falls into the same category that when you mention CEO, everyone assumes it's a he, kind of thing. So when they're talking about Warcraft and they're always using that he narrative, it starts to just set in. And I'm not saying that's okay. I'm saying that's how it is, and that's one of the things that people are trying to change, right? That like there's that that like brain puzzle when you tell somebody like there's a kid who got in a hospital and the father's away at work, but the doctor's his parent. Who is it? And people are stumped. It's like, what the hell's wrong with you? Can't you get stumped? It's his mom. But people don't think of women as doctors. So it's just kind of fixing that narrative slowly over time. It's kind of like, I don't know, that's how I kind of feel it happens.
Well, there is in my mind there's one glaring problem with this post. It's glaring, and it's that there is zero Alliance representation. Once again,
oh my God.
Horde bias by Blizzard. It's ridiculous. It's getting out of control.
I really wish you would have done. No, you know what? You this is one of those things you should just want to stay out of it. Like you should.
No,
don't.
Look, it's all Horde. But you know what? I said this to Corey on Azeroth Pirate Radio. Look, they're all in the woods. They all have like their spells going on. They're in the dark. They're lost. The Horde are lost. So they're like, yeah, come join them. What's your fondest memory? Oh yeah, we got lost in the woods, and next thing you know, we couldn't get out of there, so we started giving each other hand shandies. That's the Horde. Come to the Alliance. We have.
Seraph, you might offend people that don't have hands. Watch out.
Ridiculous. Horde bias. That's what I'm upset about. All right.
You shouldn't be upset about anything. There's nothing wrong here.
The internet is for outrage. That's what.
That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all people do now.
That's why we have a segment for it.
Oh, I'm sorry that I actually misspoke. Ugh.
We spotlight the anger.
You all...
Maybe they had a post that's going to come out the next day that says they're your sisters, and they just had a bunch of female characters. And now they can't do it because it looks like they're kowtowing to all the bitching.
Hey, in our chat room, hold on.
Are going to make.
In our chat room, people are like, I was Horde and there was no hand shandies. And they're like, hey, I want a hand shandy. I'm Horde. And you know what? Yeah, you try getting a hand shandy from a Tauren with their hooves. Yeah, let's see how well that goes.
Hoovuses.
I feel like one of these days, one of you is really going to upset someone in this chat room.
Good. Try and get upset about something I say. See what happens. Nothing.
That is not true.
Yes.
That is so untrue. When we turn off these cameras, just so everyone knows, we are very different people.
I'm not.
No, I am not different.
The
Horde bias is real.
No, that's not true.
Horde
if I was
bias
upset
is
about something,
real.
You and I would be able to have a conversation about it. Like
yes,
you're not.
You. That's what I'm not saying. I'm not saying you, Zia.
Well, I'm different.
I'm saying someone.
Right?
Somebody that gets upset over something I said, and it's just like I don't care. Like it's never gonna matter to me. I just talk. That's what I do for 3 hours. You try and talk for 3 fucking straight hours and not make a mistake. It's hard.
Wow, our chat room has degenerated. Now they're like trying to say like which are Tauren better at giving BJs or hand shandies? All right, it's look. See, this is what
I was trying to get outraged for the thing, but
I started something over there.
Horde bias. It's like
it is Horde bias. No, all right, yes, it is. They're showing pictures of the Horde, Ray.
It's a fucking game. Shut up.
You shut up.
That's always my argument when it comes to this shit. They go to Horde, Sarah. Feel included for once.
Hold on, here, Ray.
So we're gonna move on.
Take a big step back. And literally fuck your own face.
How about that, Ray?
It's kind of hard to do, though.
Why
don't you take a step back?
When you're talking to me.
We're gonna move on.
All right, we got news.
Why do we have this segment if it makes it awkward?
It doesn't. I
Because we had to spice up the news section. We had to take some awkwardness into the news, like now.
I will say though, I think the outrage of the week usually degenerates to you two agreeing, which is really unfathomable under normal circumstances because you two never agree on anything, and I usually go like the more like I take the other end of it.
Well, the problem is the trend is that.
Oh yeah, we know you take the other.
This is happening. This is happening more and more. Like every time, like especially with Blizzard doing a bunch of new content all at once. It's just like, all right, well, we gotta look.
Yes, the internet muted Ray right there.
And another month, we're gonna have something else that they forgot to, like, I don't know, forgot one of the straps on one of the characters' tank tops. They're gonna be like, oh, this woman is misrepresented because she's not missing a strap on her tank top or something.
I'm not sure what happened, but let's take this passion into the news.
Yes.
Now I want to hear some bullshit that happened somewhere.
All right, World of Podcasts.
World of Podcast.
So now that now that we made V uncomfortable being on the show, we're now going to bring in something that hopefully she still feels comfortable doing with us, which is World of Podcasts.
I'm very excited for this thing.
It's.
I'd say planning is at a frantic pace right now.
I just as the show was going on, I apologize. I was somewhat distracted. Corey, who's actually in our chat room right now, he is in the chat room. He has sent me banner art that is now at the printer. I don't think this is public. I guess it's public knowledge at this point for staff. And if you don't know in your staff, maybe you should check your emails.
No. It's not public knowledge yet.
But it's not a big deal. It's not. It doesn't fucking matter.
I know, but we haven't emailed anyone yet.
Anybody who's on a panel has already filled out their size.
Oh! I thought you meant the other staff thing. All right.
Yeah, so if they haven't put A next to B, they're not that bright.
No, although I will say two things. Yeah, if you're on a panel, check your email because we need something from you because you're gonna get something special from us, and that art is into our printer. So like art is done, which feels really nice.
That's clearly not hand shandies because it involves art.
No. Yeah. So.
What?
I don't know.
What just happened here?
I'm forgetting. I don't know. I'm just ignoring you and Ray because you're terrible. Anyhow, so all the art is in and it looks fantastic and I'm excited about it. And if you've contacted us in regards to wanting to help out, please keep an eye on your email as well because you'll probably be getting an email from us in the next week or so.
Yep. And keep an eye on worldofpodcast.com probably end of this coming week. There will be an update regarding the Hearthstone Fireside Gathering as well.
Yes.
Yes. So we are closing in. We have a lot of details. I actually was going back and forth with just going to let you all know Adam from the Nexus and Monk Meditation and Homebrewed who they're both going to be helping run the Hearthstone Fireside Gathering, and I've been having meetings with them, and we've been putting some stuff together, and it's coming along really great. I'm pretty excited about what they got planned, so details will be posted soonish, as soon as we just figure out just a few more semantical details. I used the word semantical. And Zia's making faces at me, so I'm not sure.
No, I'm reading the chat room. Oh. So yeah, Chappie, we might try and do something on the East Coast down the road. We're gonna see how this event goes, and if we completely screw it up and people don't want to have anything to do with us ever again, if it's not executed properly. No, I shouldn't say that. We're gonna wait and see how this goes, and decide how we want to proceed in the future with multiple events during the year. Because a lot of, I mean, you hear us bitching about it a lot on the show. It's worth it. It's all worth it. But planning, and V can attest to this too, because she's here with us today. It's a full-time job planning this event. It really, it honest to goodness is. There's a lot of pieces that we really want to come together. There's probably, I mean, it's a lot. And so having to do it twice a year on top of full-time jobs for all of us, that's, yeah. Kilroy, I love you. You're ridiculous. I mean, is that a fair statement, V? Like, I feel like it's...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. Yep.
Yeah, you signed up and you're like, yeah, we want to be part of this. And then you're like, damn it.
I get to just chime in occasionally, and then I'm like, oh, art exhibit, why did I sign up for this? Oh, it's going to be awesome.
Yes. So V, for example, has taken on, she made this really great suggestion, and we're rolling with it, of doing the art exhibit, which we've mentioned, which was funded because of Kickstarter. And we're giving away, 200 pieces of art. And, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'm taking measurements on, like, all the different art because we're mounting it, so, like, the thickness of the backing board and all of this. And I'm thinking, all right, how many can I fit in boxes? And can I get that checked on the airline? And will it fit in the taxi? Right. There's a lot of moving pieces to this thing.
Yes. And
200 pieces of art will take up a lot of space.
Correct. And so it's... And that's why we're so thankful that people want to help, and why we're going to send you emails, because we're going to utilize it. And you're going to regret ever saying you'll help us.
Pretty much.
But you'll get a t-shirt out of it.
That's exciting. That's worth it.
Yeah. T-shirts are cool. And a hug from me. I'll hug you. Hugs are free. So, but yeah, World of Podcast is coming along nicely. I'm really excited about our Hearthstone Fireside Room. I think that
I'm
it's
excited.
Really going to give...
where is it? I can't find it now, but I'm going to take this iPad right here, and I'm going to go in there. Someone's tweeting me. You can see there's tweet notifications. And I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to earn my back, because, damn it, I want to earn the back. And we're going to have someone in there from Icy Veins who's going to basically tell you, like, how to play better. And I'm going to need that, because...
Yes.
I feel like I
Yeah, that'll be really cool.
Yeah, it's going to be neat. And we're going to give things away in that room. There's going to be so many giveaways. Holy fuck.
I know.
Yeah, we got lots and lots of stuff.
Velvet Dove, we are having... So we're going to ship it to the hotel, but it costs money, and we're going to ship it to a person who lives very nearby, a fellow podcaster, and I don't necessarily want to advertise who it is, just because I don't know if she'd want that advertised.
Yeah.
It matters, but it's all taken care of. So.
Yeah, just to let you all know, for any of you who have any thoughts of like saying, "Oh, I want to do an event like this somewhere, and I want to ship to a hotel," they have a storage fee. And it is not an inconsequential amount of money, in many cases. They like to charge you out the ass to hold your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is insane.
So keep that in mind whenever you're planning something, because it's definitely a logistical item that when it comes up at the very end, you're like, oh, well, crap. So just important thing just to keep in mind there.
We're shipping a lot of crap. Like, I was doing the inventory to this person. I was writing up an email to say, hey, this person, we're sending you things. Our t-shirt person is sending these things, and I'm like, there's like 120 shirts, lanyards, banners, like the art and stuff from CGM, and there's like boxes and boxes of stuff being sent, and I just idea of sending it all to the Hilton, it was like, yeah, or the Marriott where we're staying, yeah. So it was a lot. So
but yeah, so World of Podcast coming along great. We're very excited to have V and Ask Mr. Robot on board this year.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a fantastic event. And if you pre-sign up, you can go to worldofpodcast2014.eventbrite.com. If you go there and pre-sign up, we will give you extra raffle tickets when you show up at the door, so you can earn more. So you have more chances to earn some of the great swag that we have to give away.
Sweet.
And it's free, completely free.
It's free. Totally free.
And in case people didn't realize this, it's completely open to the public. Anyone can come. So.
Yep.
So yeah. And besides our awesome event, I did notice something at BlizzCon that there is.
There's also BlizzCon.
Well, yeah, BlizzCon is also there. It's okay. It's a little get together that Blizzard does. Nothing as extensive as what we're doing for World Pocket. But the Anaheim, whatever, the Anaheim Orange County, they put together a little microsite, put in a chat room that has some like deals and discounts, and apparently they're getting you some discounted tickets to like Disney and like Knott's and everything. So Zia, on top of all the other things that we could potentially do, I saw that there were Twilight ticket deals, which means you can go to Disneyland after 4 p.m. for only $59. Yeah.
I'm just saying we should have done, yeah. We need to go for longer. There's so many things I want to do.
So like, yeah, there's a lot of things. There's not enough time to do it all, but just saying, Wednesday night, maybe we could find a bacon cone. Bacon mac and cheese cone. Just throwing it out there. But the other thing it mentions, and here's what I'm concerned about. It says that there is free Wi-Fi in the convention center.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah, and I want to know how that free Wi-Fi is going to handle 30,000 concurrent users.
So you would think, as a convention center, they would know that this is going to be a problem. So logically, you would think, oh, they're going to be able to handle it. No way. No way they can handle it, though. I've never seen a convention Wi-Fi work unless it's paid and expensive.
So
last year, there was a pay option there. It was.
That's what I was going to ask.
It was $17 a day for unlimited use.
Was it actually a good connection?
It was. I actually used it pretty well. So like, I was able to use it wherever I was on the floor and have good connection. And I just paid the $17. I was like, it's worth it. At this point, it's worth it because you don't get a cell signal in there because everyone is trying to use a cell signal, so that's completely useless. But yeah, so $17. I got Wi-Fi and I was connected just fine.
Yeah.
All right, so that's World of Podcast and BlizzCon related stuff. We should probably get into some gaming related stuff because there's a big I was right moment here.
Oh God.
So on MMO Champion, they data mined that Warcraft 3 is in the launcher.
They actually data mined this? Like,
yes.
For real?
Yes. All the art, logos, everything that's the same as other games is all there. It's coming.
Woo.
They're redoing it.
Love Warcraft.
Nice.
Which means I wonder how far out Warcraft 1 and 2 might be.
Mm-hmm.
If we pay for a year of WoW, do we get early access to it?
I don't know, because I already own access to Warcraft 3 and Warcraft 2 because I've added those codes in my account.
Uh-huh.
So, like...
God, I have, like, old Warcraft 3. I have no idea where it is. Yeah,
because you could
buy it again.
You could take the CD key from Warcraft 3. Yes, and I said CD, everyone, because it was on a CD.
Right. And
Multiple CDs.
I have a pretty strong feeling I ended up throwing that away at some point.
But yeah, you could take that key and you could enter it into your account, and it'll add Warcraft 3 to your account. I did that, and I did that a long time ago. I did that with I did that with Warcraft 2, the Battle.net edition. I also did that with Diablo 2, the Diablo 2 expansion, StarCraft, and StarCraft 1 expansion. So I have all those on my Battle.net account. But yeah, so I said a while back in May, that they were going to redo the Warcraft RTSs, and what I'm really hoping is that maybe they announce Warcraft 4. And you know, I'm doing the Jedi Mind
That
trick.
would be amazing.
In case any Blizzard employees are watching. Warcraft 4.
Warcraft.
I'd be super excited.
Warcraft 4.
Well, I'd be curious, this is a dumb question, maybe. What would it be about? Like, how would they separate what's going on, the events of World of Warcraft from Warcraft 4?
I think that they could. That they could probably use Warcraft 4 to tie the story between expansions. If they could time it. so they can maybe use Warcraft 4 to tie Warlords of Draenor to the next expansion or something.
Right.
I would like that.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
And it's Warcraft 4. And then they could do like a Warcraft 4 expansion that ties the next expansion to the next expansion.
Yo, dog, I heard you like expansions.
And so on, and Warcraft has one expansion, and then it has 2 more, and so on, and so on. And next thing you know, you have Warcraft like 4 expansion pack 3, and World of Warcraft like the 8th expansion. It's ridiculous. It will be ridiculously awesome.
Yeah.
This would be amazing.
Yes. And we would firmly expect that Ask Mr. O would optimize your build order for that.
Of course.
Yeah, we might have to consider that.
Sarah likes to think that he's in a think tank full of Jello.
I am in a think tank full of
and
Jello.
that he'll come up with an idea and then it gets utilized in the game. And so I would be careful before he's,
Look, I asked him.
He might be serious about the sandwich optimizer. Like,
I am serious about the sandwich optimizer. I'm
yeah.
serious.
Thank you.
Look, I've told the story many times, but my friends and I in college, we essentially invented Urban Spoon, but we never did anything with it, and someone else came out with Urban Spoon. So we're very disappointed.
Yeah.
So I have ideas. It's just it hasn't. One day, one of them is gonna take off.
For the podcast.
World of Podcasts. Yeah. Oh, you're wearing the swag.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just wearing Superman. Never mind. But yeah, so that's exciting that Warcraft 3 they're gonna redo, so I could use it on like my new computer and everything. Ray, would you play Warcraft 3?
I hope they put it on my phone.
Actually, yes. I would really like to see like if they could potentially put like some of the old RTS games on my tablet.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's not mobile gaming only.
No, I'm saying if they could come out with like multiple versions, like desktop and tablet, kind of like Hearthstone is like on desktop and tablet. I would never leave the bathroom. I'm just don't shake your head. You know it's true.
I'm so obsessed with poop.
No, you need the iPad is for poop games. Chat will back me up on this. The iPad was designed to play games while you're on the shitter. That's what it was made for.
That's what Ray does when he like randomly gets up and leaves and doesn't come back for like 20 minutes. Let's be honest here.
Well, also I don't have a bathroom to myself. We have to share, so.
Oh, so you're saying you had to wait for someone else?
Yeah, usually.
I was like, what does he fucking mean by this? I don't.
Usually when I have to go take a piss, it's right when everybody's going to bed. So.
It looks like people in the chat room are agreeing.
The iPad is for poop. iPad is for poop games.
I don't like mobile gaming. I'm just gonna put that out there. I think it's a waste of time.
People are telling me that apparently I'm gonna get hemorrhoids from playing.
It is when you sit.
If you sit down too long, yeah, it's inevitable.
I just keep playing until my legs go numb.
Public service announcement. Yeah. So let's see. What else do we have that's in Warcraft news? There's more tank changes.
So there's tank changes to resolve. So. Okay. So it appears that they're improving survivability in dungeons, which is good, but I'm actually kind of curious, like, how, like, these little tweaks that they're doing affect, like, what you guys are doing with Ask Mr. Robot.
Oh, what tweets?
The little tweaks that they're doing to this new resolve rating.
Oh, yeah. I haven't personally read up on that one yet. Our developer has.
The more important person, though, is doing the things that... No, not the more important. You know what I mean.
Right.
Yeah, because like at the bottom of this post, they even say like the resolve formula changed from 8.5 to a 3.4, and I'm like, I saw that, I was like, I bet you anything this is somewhere programmed into Ask Mr. Robot.
Yes.
Or getting that.
Oh yeah, we're all over that stuff. Like, we kind of split up who researches what during this time of, year, the expansion stuff. And then kind of bring it all together.
So, like, is a lot of this stuff that you're putting together for Warlords, and I know I'm getting into, like, questions that we're probably going to ask a little later, is a lot of this stuff, like, sitting, like, on like, some, like, beta or alpha site that only you guys have access to right now, then, like, only once, like...
Yeah.
So, are you guys going to take this live at 6.0, or you...
Yeah, well, so at 6.0, we'll go live with, all the stuff that is needed for 6.0, which is a serious pain because they have, like, it's like this in-between thing where we have to keep the old gem optimizer around where it cares about socket bonuses. But once Warlords comes out, we're like, forget it. You're all ditching that old gear anyway. But it's like, it would be nice because, we rewrite the code, and it would just be nice to be able to do it once. So basically we have to do it in 2 separate phases so that people can still optimize at least.
For like a month before.
Exactly, yeah.
Which, by the way, they also kind of posted up that PvP Season 15 is coming to an end in a couple weeks, and that was posted on the 30th, which 2 weeks would take you to October 14th.
Yep, next week Tuesday, yeah.
So that means that, a week from this Tuesday, we may see patch 6.0 hit the live servers. Or do you think it's going to come later than that? It's going to come the 21st.
I'm really torn on this. I feel like if I was Blizzard, I would want to come out with it on the 14th because that gives me more time before BlizzCon craziness. Because keep in mind, BlizzCon is like, November 7th and 8th. So I feel like starting that week, so like November 5th or something, they're all going to be, like, nobody's going to get real work done, I feel like, over there. So then really, if they launch 6.02 on the 21st, that doesn't give them much time to, kind of let it get out there, test it, fix bugs, because, they hope it's bug-free, but, software like this, always has a few things once you get everybody on it, right? So yeah, I feel like Blizzard almost has to come out with it on the 14th. But I don't know if they will. We'll see.
Alright, so let me ask you, so clearly then you're not part of any insider information here where...
No, I wish.
Yeah, does Blizzard, do they ever, like, give you any, I don't know, when you're building everything, do you ever have someone from Blizzard that gives you heads up about anything, or have you ever had to, like, consult them? I know we're getting ready to start questions here in a minute anyway, but have you ever, like, do you have a person that you all can consult and say, hey, we're having trouble with this, or like, hey, can you all kind of break this particular, like, thing down?
Right. Yeah, we actually have a really good relationship with them where, if we have questions like that, that's like, hey, we're having trouble with this. Like, we were part of the people who helped test out that new API for the Battle.net logins. So that was actually super cool. Yeah, so that was really, really cool. They reached out to us for that. And, if we have questions about the API or, something with the data, but we also try to respect them and their time, and we only got, ask them things for, like, really big questions. Not like little things like, I want to know what happens to hit gems, or jewel crafter gems in 6.02. I'm not going to ask them. Like, I try to log in, figure all this stuff out myself, ask Twitter and stuff. So we try to be, respectful as well of their time. But, I wish we could get information on, like, release dates, because we basically just assume worst case scenario for us. Worst case meaning the shortest amount of time to develop stuff. So we're working off of the fact that that'll be the 14th. But if it's not the 14th and it's the 21st, we'd be like, oh, well, that doesn't, I don't have to work 16-hour days. But we don't know that ahead of time. So we basically just assume everything comes as early as possible. And then if it happens to be later, well, then we have more time to put in more features or test more stuff, basically.
That's got to be kind of stressful.
It is.
In a way. Like you're working against a clock that you're not completely sure is showing you a time that's correct.
Right.
So,
yes.
boy.
Yes.
Man.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy. And so, you start to feel the stress. You're like, oh my God, it could be next week. We don't know, but we have to assume it is.
And I'm stressed about World of Podcasts. Like, you have World of Podcasts and that. Oh, boy, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to like time up, we're getting all this art printed, and I'm trying to time up like, okay, well, if I get the art printed, pick it up this date, okay, well, I'll have time, like in this small window to make sure all of it's mounted. Okay, we can do this.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's pretty crazy.
It's intense. It's an intense house
Very,
right now.
very intense.
Speaking
but,
of,
afterwards then, I mean, we do this full time. There's 3 of us. So we're really lucky that we can do this full time. And so then, things like the expansion comes out, and, we'll be supporting it for a while. Like we'll be fixing bugs, and we'll be putting in a bunch of combat log stuff after Warlords comes out. But at the same time, then it's like, all right, we just worked our asses off. Now let's just play the game all day. So we try to kind
perks.
we try to balance stress with some of the upsides later on.
Well, we can.
Well,
I hate to start
speaking of
without
intense,
Ray. Yeah, I hate to start with Ray, but like we can start and.
Where did he go?
Who knows? He had enough. He was just like, "Fuck this." He probably went to the back.
All right. Well, it's time for the guest. All right. Well, it's time for our guest speed interview.
What the hell's wrong with you? Does my ass look weird?
What is your profession?
Where's my money?
What do you think? I'm some kind of pervert or something?
Am I missing a tooth?
That name sounds like royalty. Are you royalty?
Wow, what does that mean?
Do you suck dick?
What's not to love?
What's your excuse?
Are you off your fucking meds or something?
Are you jumped up? Are you nervous?
All right, V. Very different from when you were last here, but what we do is we have 6 categories, and we're only going to ask you out of 3 categories. So we're going to randomly pick. And did I fail to add the spin? Nope, I had the wheel.
There it is. I'll say wheel of morality.
I have the wheel. So what we're going to do is we're going to spin the wheel, and we're going to select 3 categories. And 3 of them we won't even get into, just for time's sake, because
yeah, we just do 3.
We just do 3.
We have the 6.
So the 3 categories tonight are
6 categories.
And mind you, after our so here's the 6 categories, and then after we do our categories, then we'll ask questions we got from the chat room and whatnot. So
yeah, you guys are really peppering us with questions. Her with questions. That's good. We're adding it to our list.
All right. So making sure I have. Okay. So the categories are drunken ramblings, your new robot overlords, movies where the porn parody had a better script, what's in the box, boss moves that involve bodily functions, and our general potpourri, sup homie. So we are going to spin the wheel. If Ray is taking a crap, I swear to God.
It probably is.
God bless it. All right. All right. First category is what's in the box. So this is about presents, gifts, surprises, whatever.
So, okay, and I'll go first. And my question for you is, do you have like a go-to gift? So, like you're going over to somebody's house or it's somebody's birthday. Like for me, it's wine. When I know, I'm like, oh fuck, I'll just take them a bottle of wine.
If you show up to my house with a bottle of wine, I will.
You'll drink it?
My wife will drink it. I will be upset.
But you'll have a happy wife. You're welcome.
She'll be drunk, but anyway. Sorry, V.
I feel like this isn't going to be as exciting because I also choose wine because we live in wine country. And, you know, it always comes with like a story because everyone also here drinks wine and likes wine. And, you know, everyone has their favorites. So then you're like, oh, I was at this cute little blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, it comes with a little story.
So what's your favorite blah, blah, blah wine?
Blah, blah, blah.
Usually it's like, if there's a really funny or like weird or quirky like wine owner that you're chatting with or something, and she has a story about her dog and, you know, something like that. And then the wine's named after the dog, and, you know, so then you buy a few and you're like, okay, this will last me for gifts for a while.
Nice.
Yes. So, and there was a winemaker and a story about a dog. It's pretty great.
I mean, it could be worse, where your mom goes out to California and comes back and gives you and your wife a bottle of a wine where she whispers, she's like, it has a weird name. It's called, like, Menage a Trois. And I'm like, and I tell her, I'm like, Mom, you know they sell us at Publix. Like, it's right over there at the grocery store. Like, you didn't have to bring it all the way back from California. In fact, you probably... I'm like, dear God, Mom. But mind you, my mom was also the same person. She like went to like South Carolina. She's like, I went to the greatest pizza place in South Carolina. It's called Mellow Mushroom. Like, they are all over the South, Mom. They're in Tennessee, South Carolina, Georgia. They're even in Alabama. She's like, they are? I'm like, there's actually one 2 miles from your house. Really? Like, Mom, kill me. Anyway. All right. So my question to you, V, is what is the best gift you ever received?
You're probably all going to laugh and think I'm a super nerd for this.
Have you're on our show. We're all super nerds. We're okay.
Right.
You're among friends.
in a different way, nerd. So I had this really boring job where my boss and I, it was a startup, and we couldn't really do anything because the CEO, who was literally 75 years old, wanted to be involved in everything. But he also didn't need to have a company and run a company because he was super wealthy, so he just never showed up. And if we didn't, if we would do stuff, like make a feature for something, and he wasn't there, he'd get like really mad because he wanted to be involved. So literally there was like 5 of us on staff. We had nothing to do because he was never in the office, and we would get yelled at every time we would do stuff. So I ran out of the internet and then decided to learn to cook because I had never learned how to cook. So my boyfriend's mom took like the past 5 years of every cooking magazine she ever had, boxed it up, and mailed it to me.
Oh.
And I'm like, this is so cool. So yes, being a super nerd, somebody's regifted magazines for cooking are like my favorite gift ever.
That's it was a thoughtful.
It was like, it's super thoughtful. Right, right.
All right. So. Well, Ray just came back from his pooping escapades.
Nice vibe. Is that your shirt?
What's that?
Is that your nice vibe shirt?
Yes.
Yes.
No, I had to run out to my car. I had to move it.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're on the first question. What's in the box? Presents, gifts, surprises. What's your question, Rod?
Oh yeah.
We didn't write one for you.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Then I don't have one.
You are like the worst type of person.
I have a question.
All right. Well, you take Ray's then.
Okay.
Yeah.
If V adds her camera to this call, will it break the call? Because apparently she has camera now.
I have power.
Oh. It shouldn't break the call. Completely. It might break it momentarily. I say we go for it.
I think we should break the call for her to have video.
Okay, I will hit end on the mobile, and you guys try to do something to get me on the regular Skypes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. This is all you.
So, it's okay. So while V works on getting everything
video's gonna get fucked up for a moment. So just.
So yeah, video's gonna be a little.
Calm your tits for a moment.
It's gonna be a little crazy. So while we wait for V to get everything together, I'm gonna read a wonderful review that was left for us. On what is this? This was Stitcher that this was left, if I'm looking at this right. By Tristan of D20 Crit, and she says, "You guys, 5 stars. My precious, adorable peach cobblers. I love tuning in every Sunday to listen to the shenanigans and chill with a fantastic chat room. I'm pretty positive these guys are my spirit animal. Also, butts."
Butts. All right.
Thank you, Tristan. We love you too. And I flirt with your husband, and somehow you haven't managed to come and kick my ass. So you're great. That's also because I flirt with her too.
All right. Well, it says please start your cam.
Start your cam.
Well, I don't see a start button.
It sounds stupid. Is it actually plugged in?
It's part of the laptop. and it makes me get the software called UCam, and I had UCam open, and it was working. Like I checked my lighting here.
Okay.
But now that I'm in Skype.
Oh, your robot-y. The robot's team.
Uh-oh.
There's like an option on like tools, video options, or something.
Yeah, let me see here. Like I can try to like, select the right thing or something. Tools, options, video.
You remember? You put your pants back on, right?
I did. I
Okay.
know, right?
Bummer.
Hey!
Yay!
Wait, why is the camera on? Hey, look at that!
It seems dark though.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, that's the best we're gonna get downstairs.
It looks like you're in a sauna though, which is kind of awesome.
Right? Yeah.
I like your wood paneling.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome. It's a sauna.
Yeah.
Now she can see us.
Like have to bring like standing lamps or something in here.
That's okay.
Just like get good enough lighting at some point.
Yay! I'm excited. I like.
Actually, these lights can turn. I'm gonna turn some lights here.
Yeah,
They're, like,
lights.
directional
I want to
here.
see your glasses. I work in the optical industry. I like glasses. They're like a thing that I look at. I don't know.
You're weird.
Nice QG song.
Is that any better?
Yeah.
All right.
See your lovely face.
Here's my glasses. Ready? There we go.
I like them.
I can turn them here.
Yes, I like them.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
They're like
modeling.
giant triangles.
Those are gonna be like the best pictures of me ever. The close-ups right there.
All right. Well, you ready for category 2? Dose?
Yes, I am.
Here we go. Spin the wheel. Sup, homie? So, general potpourri questions.
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean.
It's like random.
Whatever questions
Okay.
they couldn't fit into the other categories. And then we just kind of like had to rework the questions for other people because we're going to reuse the categories that then get picked later on for somebody else.
I see.
So, or else it's just a whole lot of work for nothing.
So yeah. So what's the next to Sayre's sandwich optimizer thing?
It's not weird.
What is the strangest request that the AMR team has ever received? Like, have you ever gotten someone who really wanted a special thing for you all to do that you've been like, no, like that's ridiculous?
We get like little things, all the time. Something like, oh, I don't want to wear PvP gear. I'm like, but what if it's better? Well, I still don't want to wear it. Well, but if you can kill the boss better, don't you want to put it on? No, I don't like PvP. I know you don't. Things like the little logic doesn't happen. But as far as like optimizers, people ask us for a lot of other like video game optimizers. I don't think anyone's come up with like anything totally weird. We've had like funny ideas, where people are just like screwing around. Like pizza optimizers, sandwich optimizers.
Sandwich optimizer is fantastic. I don't know why this isn't a thing.
I know.
I'm gonna make a sandwich optimizer if you don't. I'm giving you this idea.
There was a suggestion where you could do it as a April Fool's joke.
Yeah, that would actually be pretty funny.
If the sandwich optimizer was only an April Fool's joke, I may have to cut myself. That would be a horrible, horrible, cruel joke.
It would be an awesome joke. It would be so great. All right, sorry. All right, Sayre, I'll let you move things along. Sorry.
All right, I gotta ask you. How long is too long to eat Skittles off the ground? So say you drop Skittles on your floor at your house.
Mm-hmm. And your own floor, your own house.
On your own floor in your own house. How long is you say, you know what? I'm not going to eat that Skittle.
I think it depends on how, like, the ratio of, like, dust, the rate of which dust and stuff accumulates on your floor. So
the answer would be
you've
never.
already done damage by dropping it on the floor. So even if you pick it up in 5 seconds, it's already accumulated whatever dust it's touched. So we have to talk about the rate, the future rate at which it's going to accumulate, right? And if you don't really have a dusty house, it's like, I don't know, you could wait 24 hours, I feel like,
That's it?
As long as it's not like in the kitchen where
or the
like,
bathroom,
if you're cooking,
as
or the
Dr. Dre-
bathroom,
as Dr. Dre has pointed out.
If it's
let's
in,
just say, let's say it's in somebody's
If it's not,
ridiculously clean bedroom.
Let's say this bedroom was also in an attic.
That's refurnished and carpeted and very nice.
And does not have central air.
No, it has
does
an air
not have
conditioning.
central air. It has air conditioning. If it has air conditioning, okay. I feel like this could be a while, like maybe a week. Like I would say until
infinite.
it looks funny.
It's infinite.
Until it looks disgusting.
I will eat a Skittle if I'm cleaning and one accidentally got underneath like where my computer is and I can't see it right now. I'll fucking eat that shit.
Yeah.
Ray, you ate
It
a
also
Skittle
depends
that
on
was
the color.
Ray,
if it's like your favorite flavor, you can like. There's a much longer shelf life on your favorite flavor.
God damn it! Don't encourage Ray. We're trying to tell Ray it's not okay to eat Skittles that were on his floor for like months on end.
It could be years. I've lived here fucking for a long time. I can eat Skittles whenever I damn well feel like it.
Oh my god.
Ray, you're awesome.
That's the best part about fucking growing up is you don't have to listen to stupid rules like 5 seconds.
That's true.
Shut up.
Do you ever think that maybe this is
and
why
they've
you
proven
have
the
gout?
5-second rule doesn't matter. They've proven it that the minute
Yeah.
you drop it on the floor, the damage has been done. So you might as well turn that 5-second rule into like a 24-hour rule or whatever.
I don't waste, Seraph. I don't waste.
There you go. Eco-friendly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you were talking about recipes earlier. Do you have any good smoothie recipes?
You know, my go-to smoothie, like everyone's like, oh, you can put like kale and all these things in it, and you won't taste it. I call bullshit on that.
No,
I mean,
I don't like that.
I haven't done it, but I'm telling you right now, if you put raw kale in a smoothie, I will taste it. So really, my go-to smoothie is a banana, a thing of vanilla Chobani yogurt, and then I buy. I don't know if they carry the brand everywhere, but Wyman's, like Wymans, frozen mixed berries, because they're cheaper, and throw half the bag in there. Hit go on your little machine.
Let's go.
Yeah, collect 200, and then drink your smoothie.
Nice. I have all those things actually, which is kind of funny.
The Wyman's mixed berries.
Yeah, because I got a smoothie maker for my birthday.
Ooh.
So I'm like experimenting with different smoothies.
Nice.
I
Yeah,
have a
that one's like
smoothie
kind of like a
maker.
nice go-to thing.
It's called
What's
a
that? What's
blender.
that? Huh? No,
I'm saying
it's
I have a
specific
smoothie maker. It's called a blender.
Now, is that one of those
Yeah,
like
but-
it like leaves it in the cup and you can like take the cup to go kind of a dealies?
No. My parents just got me one that's better than the last one.
Nice. I have a blender with a smoothie setting, and it like pulses it, on off, and then it mixes it for like 10 seconds, and then it pulses. Like it's all fancy. You just walk away, and 60 seconds later, your smoothie's there.
Heard
Mine does,
ninjas are really good.
I think like 12 to 15 seconds of pulsing, and then it goes for 40 seconds of just straight up.
Okay. Yep. Nice.
Good shit. I love strawberry banana. That's my favorite combination.
Yeah, I like to use the summer strawberries, throw them in with a banana, some yogurt, and you're good to go.
I should have made one while I was downstairs. Damn it.
Damn it, right. And then you would never have gotten back here. All right. Last category. Here we go. Is it going to be Drunken Ramblings? Is it going to be about Robot Overlords? Or is it going to be about Boss
If I was
Moves?
a bet, can I bet if I guess right? Will you
No,
give me
I'm spinning the
wild
wheel.
card?
It's your new Robot Overlords, and I may have skewed this because,
Yes.
well, we really couldn't use this for anyone else. So, there you go.
We kind of touched on this earlier, but with this new expansion, has there been anything that has posed to be a new challenge for you guys? Or is there usually the same crap every single expansion? Like, is there something that's going to be happening that's different for you all this time around?
Right.
If that question makes sense, I hope.
No, it totally makes sense. Yeah, the optimization is the easy part this time, because they're getting rid of reforging and changing so many things. I think the hardest thing is redoing the UI, believe it or not, because we have to change a lot of stuff since optimizing is going to be like medium important, maybe medium small important, and so we're drawing attention to like all the other cool things we're doing. And redoing UI is really hard, especially when you have one that works. So yeah, it's something that's not even like Blizzard doing to us. We're doing to ourselves.
So I guess I would imagine that you'd kind of say like, you know, since this gear can come with like your best option is to get gear with like these tertiary stats, which are random or things like that.
You mean for like the new features?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're actually the new features all kind of revolve around the data from the combat logs. So it's driven me insane, well, all of us for like years, that World of Logs has all this data about all these players and all these raid groups and does nothing with it. So we want to do things like, you know, just aggregate the data and be like, well, you know, for Heroic Shove Pride, it took people 20 wipes on average before they killed it. And, you know, a different Heroic boss, it took on average of 5 wipes. And so then you can be like, oh, it's not just us being bad. Like, this boss is much harder. And so we want to kind of grab all that sort of data and pull it into, like, just give it to players, like, on a nice, like, little pretty landing page and stuff. So a lot of the new features just relate to how we can use that data and put everything in context for your character, your raid group, your gear. Yeah, so we're pretty excited.
I am excited because as a guild leader of a casual guild, that helps us out because you could. I'm assuming you could probably say, you know, there's if you compare yourself to like the hardcore progression guilds, this is where you're where you're how you differentiate. But for other guilds of similar skill set, this is where you're at. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, and then we'll be able to do things like kind of take the worst 5% of the kills, like, you know, people who did the worst, and then be like, here's the bar. You have to have this much DPS and, you know, this and this and this, and you should be able to beat it. And so then you can look and be like, well, our DPS is high enough, clearly, based on this worst 5%, you know, factor. So it must just be a skill thing. Like, we're not getting out of the fire, right? Or you can look at it and be like, you know what, our DPS isn't there yet. And one of the things we want to do is be able to tell you if you're at a like gear deficit. Like, if we look at the average, like the worst 5%, and they have an average gear level of like 605, and your average gear level is 600, we can tell you that and be like, actually, in this case, it is a gear check. So get some gear and you'll be good to go. So yeah, all sorts of really cool stuff that now that the optimization algorithm is easy, we have time to build out.
See how I kind of just snuck my question in there with the conversation?
Good work.
That
Good
was
work. Very nice.
That was. It's almost like I've been doing this for like 4+ years. Ray's confused, so now I'm gonna ask him to ask him your question.
I'm not confused. I'm just gonna ask somebody else's question because I, again, didn't come up with any questions because I suck. So, let's see. I'll do Jaded Mists with the pre-patch looking what it. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow, you can't even ask other people's questions. That have been written down.
No.
And color-coded.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god.
It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry.
Maybe it'll make sense to me.
Alright, with the pre-patch looking, what is the stat? Is it lurking? Is that supposed to be what it is? Maybe maybe that's it. With the pre-patch lurking.
Here, just rephrase it to like.
Oh.
Based upon like the PTR, based on the PTR for 6.0.2. Ask the rest of the questions. Start with the what is. Come on, right.
All right. So what is the stat priority? God damn it! All right. So what is the
looming?
stat
And that's
priority
just said looming. By the way, that Jaded corrected themselves, and
okay. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Jaded.
I kind of pre-read.
Oh my god!
I missed that story.
I'm just like, what the? Okay, so, what's the stat priority that you'll be setting Mistweavers to, or does it even matter for that month? The pre-patch stuff. Or what? 6.
Yeah. So we do a lot of work on our stat weights. We listen to theory crafters, and then we also kind of we have a program that interfaces with SimC to kind of like figure out the base stat weights. And one of our guys is working on stat weights, but what I'd have to ask him and find out is if these theory crafters aren't focusing on 602, and if SimC isn't focusing on 602, then we won't be able to focus on 602. Like if they're all just jumping to Warlords, that's what we'll be doing as well. Because otherwise, if there's not the theory and the community to support it, we wouldn't either.
And
so I guess it depends on what those guys are doing.
And when you say that you'd be focusing on Warlords instead, potentially, you're talking about level 100.
Right. Yes. Yep. Correct.
Okay.
So, and my guess, I could be wrong. My guess is SimC is just jumping right into Warlords data. Yep, that would be my guess. But our stats guy would know. But he's probably asleep right now. The time is central. Oh, not yet. Not yet. Soon. He just had a kid, so it makes you go to sleep.
No, if you
sooner.
just had a kid, you don't sleep at all.
Right, which is why he's working so much on our website.
There you go. Constantly up, trust me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that was it from our categories. So let's run through some of the stuff that we got from you. So we had Epic Insanity said, when will the robot be upgraded with a beard? In my opinion, it's missing.
That's a good question. It's a very good question. Well, I mean, Movember is coming, if that's still a thing this year.
I think it's always a thing. So
right, and so maybe we could do, a mustache beard combo. Maybe.
Or maybe for Christmas time, you could put like a little Santa hat and a little Santa beard on him.
Santa beard, sure. Because you know what, he kind of does need a beard.
So
that would be pretty awesome.
So you could
we'll
definitely
work on that.
You could do like 2 months with a beard.
Right.
November and then Christmas time.
Right.
Of course, then you might offend Jewish folks, but I mean.
Oh, you'll offend
the holiday time.
But something.
But let's be honest,
you
people.
can't do anything in December without.
Oh, yeah, you can. You just don't have to give a shit.
So Santa was really a product of Coca-Cola. So I guess if you hate Coca,
okay.
But then again, if you hate Coca-Cola, then you could be offended. You're just not going to win. It's the internet. Someone's going to get upset. Let's see. Fokbupog says, "Will my blood elf lady be allowed to do the poker face dance like my Worgen lady?"
I don't know if V has any control over that, but
no,
I can put in an official request with Blizzard, and maybe Mr. Robot could hack the dance. You know what I mean? You could try hacking and seeing if you could sneak some code in.
My suggestion is you transfer your blood elf to an alliance character on the $on server and play with Phalanx of Not.
Heather.
Endorsed.
There we go. All right, so we already asked Jaded Mists. Do you guys want me to just keep reading these, or do you guys want to jump in?
I can read the next one. So with Q4V, we just did Jaded. We're on Adam's skin, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so Adam Skin says, in the chat room, has asked, I understand that the focus of the service is going to be on enchantments, gems, bests and bags, gear updates and such, and combat logging going forward. Is there anything else that Mr. Robot is keeping on the down low?
Oh, the
down
low. We do have 1 or 2 surprises. They're kind of stat related that we really want to test out first. That's the reason it's a surprise. We need to make sure it works. But yeah, the real big thing is, all of the integrating the stats with the gear. And then one of the cool features that we're not keeping on the down low, but it's a new feature that we hope works out. I mean, there's some issues that we have to get, come across, but or figure out, is the wish list idea. So you're on the website and you're playing with the gear upgrade finder, or even just the gear list, or a best in bags, or mostly best in slot. You can add any of the items to your wish list, and then you can take that wish list and export it into the game. And so then when a boss drops loot, we can pop something up that's like, hey, this is on your wish list, you might want to roll, right?
That would be so cool.
Yes. Yes. There's a few things it's like, oh, this sounds great. And then, and I'm like, oh, let's do this. And our developer's like, well, there's some problems. For example, these items can now have so many different variations. An item could randomly have a gem slot. And let's say only the item with the gem slot is an upgrade. And so you wouldn't want the base item. So it's like, well, do we let them add any version of the item? Do we only let them add the base item? If it's any version, can they add 20 versions, but can they also add the base? So yeah, so we're trying to figure those things we can all figure out. But so I think that would be really, really
That would
fun.
be a really cool feature.
Especially since I'm that person that uses Mr. Robot, like gear drops, and then I'm like, oh, hold on, before I roll, and I alt tab and I go to Mr. Robot and I pull up all my little lists, and I take like 5 minutes, like I'm like to the very end of that little roll timer, and everyone's like, we're killing trash. Oh, I'll get there.
I do, and I run with 2 screens, and so I actually got to the point where I would keep you all on this screen, and then and when I know we're going into the raid, I'm like, okay, well, I know that this boss drops this particular thing, and like I'm looking between, like I just make a little wish list in my head or like on a piece of paper or
and you're
whatever,
switching between bosses because you go to the next boss and you have to set that up, and so I think like this would kind of take care of that, and that you just have to grab it, pull it in game, and then there, it's all right there. If we tell you, boom, roll on this. I think that would be really fun. So that's like one of my favorite features that we're going to work on.
That's cool.
But we can pretend it was on the down low, and now it's not.
Okay.
to make the person feel special.
Let's see. Spidey Man asks, "Do you like dragons?"
Who doesn't like dragons? Is the better question.
I feel that this could have been a serious question or a not so serious question.
Hobbits don't like dragons.
Oh, you might be right.
Maybe that's it.
You might be right. Dragons are cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with serious.
But I don't know much else about dragons. Like I don't like actively go out and like seek dragon stuff.
I thought you were just gonna end it there, like period. I don't actively like seek dragons
stuff. Done.
Cool. So then, let's see, Joe Brewer, who I believe is still in the chat room, unless I'm crazy, and yeah, he's still in the chat room for the evening. Hi, Joe. So he asks, have you thought of making the website interface less cluttered with manual options, like a simple enter character name and optimize PVE button with script link? So, and he had elaborated. There was a couple folks in the chat room who had discussed this, where people who are newer to the game, you'll point them in your all's direction and go, well, this place is great, and somebody will look and go, what the fuck am I doing? Yeah, and so, and then you have to, well, I hate, and so they have to kind of walk them through how to use your services, and have you all considered anything like that?
We have, and we hopefully are fixing this with our site redesign. Every time basically an expansion or something comes out, we take the opportunity to rework the UI. And we don't want to fall into like the Facebook trap, whenever they change something, people freak the hell out. We always try to just like make it better. And throughout content and expansion, you get like feature creep. Like the options used to be simple, but then they come out with things like bonus rolls or Valor upgrades for gear. And you're like, okay, now we have to add this, and this. And since our site was only for optimizing, you show up and it's like, all right, well, the whole UI is all about optimizing, and it can be kind of overwhelming. So our new version, you're going to load your character, you enter your name and your realm, and we kind of take you to a player landing page. And that landing page will have like, here's your gear, here's some stats about you, here's a couple links to your most recent combat logs. And if you want to do anything, then you click a button. So then you would click optimize, and then you go to a different optimized view that's like specific for that. It's simpler, and yes. So the answer is yes. We know that's a problem, and we're trying to fix it. So, thank you for asking.
Yeah. Okay. I can keep
go for it.
Banging these out, and I'll do one more, and then I'll let Ray talk a little bit. So, Chappie has asked a couple questions. What is Mr. Robot's relationships with Jeeves and Blingtron?
Oh, right. Very good questions. Well, he used to be buddies with Blingtron. And then Blingtron, let the fame get to his head, and
start giving out oily gloves.
Right. And Mr. Robot's like, dude, some of this isn't cool. And then, so they kind of fell out a little bit about that. Ask Jeeves. They're old school buddies. They share data back and forth, a little bit. They get along.
Okay.
Yep. And he has a friend, Mr. Unicorn.
Oh yeah, that was
friends with.
Right. Chappie followed up with, does Mr. Robot have any relationship with Robot Chicken?
Oh, Robot Chicken. No, Mr. Robot's a big fan, and he would love to be, friends with Robot Chicken. But he's working on it, because Robot Chicken's kind of a big celebrity.
Yes.
So, he has a lot of people to get through. So, yeah.
And then one last question from Chappie, a little more serious. Is there any possibility of gearing AMR to show best in slot from content that I am geared to rate at that particular point in time?
Yes, and I know what he's talking about. You look a little confused.
Yeah, well,
I know because I've seen these questions.
Yeah, I thought that. Okay, maybe I was confused.
I'm like even looking at his like clarification in the chat room, and I'm still not completely understanding.
Okay, so watching the clarification, let me see if I hit this right. My guess is that what he's saying is, you might have cleared all the way up to Garrosh, but then you're only on the second heroic boss, and you don't want to look at heroic Garrosh gear. You only want to look at like the heroic first 2 bosses, plus everything else up to Garrosh and like normal. Would be my guess. Does that sound right based on the clarification?
Okay, that sounds right. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So the answer is yes. Before this was kind of like another feature creep thing, right? Before the UI and the back end wasn't really meant to handle that. Because they add things in. Like we had the website and then they added in all these different levels and we're like, oh, okay, well, we'll put in these filters. But then, you're working on the first boss. So you're like, oh, I want to get told to get heroic gear. And it's like, well, that's great, but I'm not going to get to heroic Garrosh for like 6 months. So the new website, it's not done yet, but we're working on a way so that you can say these bosses on this difficulty, so on, so on, so on, so on.
Very cool.
Yes, we're very excited for that.
And apparently that was exactly what.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Cool.
Boom.
I've seen that maybe 3 other times. So once you mention that, I'm like, I know what this is.
Yeah, good. So,
I'm excited because we've listened to our 3 users who've mentioned it, and we're doing it because it's a good idea.
All right, Ray, do you want to get Tarkonis or?
Yeah.
We keep getting more questions. We may have to start cutting these questions off.
We have to start cutting them off. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Right,
this is good though.
I'm happy to answer. If you guys have time, I have time.
I want to know if V ever wanted to build an Ask Mr. Robot for finding dates.
Date optimizer.
Date optimizer. So everyone makes fun of online dating sites. It's like, oh wow, you must be desperate, or only losers are on there. But if you think about it, I don't know, maybe it's because we're in that in between generation, but meeting somebody online with an algorithm that can figure this out seems like a way smarter idea than a bar or your friends of friends. That's a category of 1,000 people versus millions on this dating these dating websites, right? And I had to fill out one of these profiles for because I'm in advertising, and so one of the jobs I had, we were going to take, I don't know which one as an advertiser, and so I filled out a little profile, did my little questionnaire, and they're serious. I don't know if you guys have filled these out, but it's things like, how important are outdoor activities to you? And then you say, oh, 10, very important. And then you're like, well, how important is it, for your date, the other person? And you're like, well, I guess I don't really care if they're involved because I'll go on hikes by myself, right? So you can say 5. Or you can be like, dude, no, if this person won't take day hikes with me, I don't want to date him, right? So then you say 10. So it asks every question about you and then how important it is for the other person. And they go through all of this, yet everyone I know that has used online dating has nothing but horror stories. They're like, how do I get paired with these people? So I don't know if the algorithm's just not very good. I don't know if people are lying on their they're bad at self-assessing.
Maybe you guys, maybe you all have this in that you never even considered.
Right. Well,
outside
I did have
the gaming
a
universe.
joke brainstorm with some friends one time. Everyone's drinking a little too much. When does that happen? And we were saying,
BlizzCon.
Part of the problem, I think, with these horrible first dates is a lot of people aren't good at first dates. First impressions, what to talk about. People probably just show up and they're like, so what do you do? They don't have an interesting topic, or can't figure out how to read the other person to be like, oh, you're into outdoors, let's talk about that. So this idea where you'd have bars, a bar specifically for this social dating, and then people would volunteer to do these little interview dates, and you'd have this panel of anonymous people rate you and give you feedback, a better rates. We're come on, women here to get criticized. But you never know. I mean, it's a big deal that still hasn't been solved, right? I mean, nobody's happy about any online dating sites.
Hey, I have
or dating
3
in general.
friends who got married because of online dating. So.
Oh, good.
So there are success stories out there.
I know somebody got married because of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they met on Warcraft.
Yeah, so like everyone laughs at them, but I feel like they're like actually a really awesome service. I'm wondering if like this next generation that's graduating high school right now like gets over this like social stigma that online dating is bad, and like actually uses these things and like makes it worthwhile. But you never know.
The way I see it, like who the fuck cares? Like if you're happy, like if you find happiness and love with another person, then like good for you. Like I could care
Good for
less.
you. Yeah, exactly.
Like congratulations, like you did it because there's a lot of like it's hard. It's hard. So yeah, cool. Wow, Tarkonis, that question like okay, these other two might be a little bit. His other question was, what's AMR's favorite energy drink? So I guess this go for you or Mr. Robot.
Oh.
Or the whole team, if there's like a team.
I guess, yeah, our developer would definitely be Mountain Dew. Like 100%. I just had to buy a couple cases of Mountain Dew for our little coding, for our stress weeks here. For me, just like seriously, I hate to admit it, but like Starbucks Frappuccinos with extra whipped cream, kind of a deal. Can't turn it down.
Okay.
But yeah, don't really do the energy drinks.
Yeah, it's usually coffee if I want.
Right, yeah.
Mio Energy.
Mio, of course, Mio Energy.
Tropical Fusion. I just got Tropical Fusion flavor.
That's a flavor?
It's
Is
a
it
flavor.
New? That sounds
it's
so good.
It's new and
That does
it's
sound good.
incredible. Like I let my boss try it because like he's into like trying different meal, and he's like, you were right. This is life changing. I'm like, I know.
Of all of everything we've talked about on the show, bacon, any some sort of bacon provider, and Mio, we should sponsor us or whatever.
One time I like tweeted that like I was chasing my coffee with Mio Energy, and whoever's running the Mio social like the Twitter account got upset that I was having the coffee first. Like they said you're cheating on us. So
that's pretty funny.
But yeah.
And then he also asked, what is V's favorite memory?
From WoW.
My favorite memory? Oh, from WoW. That makes it a little easier. I think, so we used to run, I don't know if it's like things have changed or like if bosses have been more complicated, but we used to run blind raids when they would first come out, meaning nobody was allowed to look up strategies. And we would just like figure it out by like reading tooltips and things like this. Like it was pretty awesome. And probably the best one was the library boss in Karazhan.
Oh my gosh!
Shade of Iran.
Nightmare. Yes. That's one of my favorite bosses.
Right, and so you can imagine. Remember the rings of fire that would like go around a person?
Yep.
Well, it's Warcraft. You have to run out of fire. So we would all be running out of fire, and we'd all be blowing up and dying the team. And we'd all we started to get we're a pretty chill team, but people are starting to get pretty mad. Like run faster. Like here's what everyone has to do. You have to like set your auto run, do like whatever the rules were, and like you have to go immediately. And like mages were like instructed to blink out of these things, like everything. And we kept blowing up faster and faster. And everyone's like, well, you're not doing it good enough. Obviously, like we kept blaming each other. We're like, no, I did. I blinked the minute I saw it. Well, maybe you have to turn up your detail, And then somebody was finally like, well, I'm just not going to move out of it. Like, it was just being like a brat or something. And then we found out that's what keeps you alive. You cannot leave the ring of fire, which like never happens in Warcraft ever. So this is actually pretty funny.
I love that fight. It took everything and just like flipped it right on its head.
But I miss our blind runs because I feel like now the bosses are just so complicated with like the strategies and the positioning that you couldn't do it blind. I don't know. Maybe we just haven't tried hard enough.
Okay, and I think I'd say we're probably not going to take any more questions, or if there's like one more in the chat room. We already have like some on deck, guys, but yeah. So Jaded Mist asked, but there's a couple people. I'm going to skip ahead to this question and then come back to these other ones. Jaded Mist has asked, is there going to be a feature to turn off stats that you do not want? So, for example, Mistweaver's being able to turn off mastery.
You'll be able to set it to like the set weight to 0. and so then Mr. Robot shouldn't pick it. But something can happen where, like, the best gear, let's say for some reason, has both haste and mastery, and you really love haste. If that ends up scoring better than something that has like crit, and there's got to be another secondary stat, right? Crit and multi-strike or something, and you don't like either of those, the haste plus mastery one might actually be better. So it'll still be based on stat weights. So it's all based. You can always set it to 0, but if Mr. Robot's picking something with mastery, there's actually a reason, because something else is actually better.
All right.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm like dominating all the questions. I'm just like.
I know. Well, I'll give
You're doing awesome.
Well, let's see. Askin says, like, still haven't found a solid answer on if currently reforged gear will be reverting to its stock state in 6.0.2.
It is. Yes. I've confirmed this. It is reverting to its stock state.
There you go, Askin.
Whoa, Jinx!
Confirmed. All right. Chief Ultra says, when will Mr. Robot gain a mate? A Mrs. Robot? I cry sexism.
Here we go. It's the internet outrage, right?
And of course, it's a Horde. It's the Horde chief doing it too. Horde bias crap. That's what I see here.
We actually registered Ask Mrs. Robot when we built Mr. Robot, so there is a potential. And for anyone who wants to cry internet outrage, I, your lovely little V, Zupercat, am the CEO of the company. So it's female run. So it balances Mr. Robot.
Yay!
Yay!
You're Mrs. Robot!
There you go. I'm Mrs. Robot.
I think I might have a show
Mr.
title.
Robot is my creation.
Be the Miss V Robot, or we're gonna figure something out, but it's gonna involve
Oh
Mrs.
Lord!
Robot.
All right.
This is gonna take forever. All right.
Ask Mrs. Robot.
Let's see. Homebrewed said, "What is your favorite mechanical battle pet?" And before we move on, I have a follow up to this after you answer.
Is it okay that I haven't played enough of the battle pets to really know that there's mechanical battle pets other than like the squirrel? So I'm gonna pick the squirrel.
All right.
But if somebody listed them out, I could pick one easily off the top of my head.
Well, if you got like StarCraft 2, you got like the collector's edition. You got the Thor battle pet.
What? Yes, that would obviously be my favorite. That would be amazing.
Here you go. So, to that question, have you guys ever thought about doing a battle pet like optimization?
We thought of it, but decided, not to. Just because it's like
hell no.
It's like a lot of features you have to build, and we have our hands full. Yeah, we have our hands full with Warcraft, like the main raiding part. So yeah, I mean, if we had time and staff, we would totally do it. But there's only 3 of us, so no, poor little battle pets.
Ray, do you want to ask Joe's question?
Sure.
Well, it got so much noisier as soon as Ray unmuted.
Sorry.
It's your heater. Do you have your heater? Is it fucking cold there? It's cold here.
Yeah, I still have to have my air conditioning on, or my room gets really hot.
Really? It is.
Yeah,
it's
I have so much electronic shit in here. Like when I do the show, I can't not have it on.
Plus the lights. Obviously, you guys have better lighting than me.
Didn't you guys already ask Joe's question?
No, Joe asked another one.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Will Mr. Robot always be companion with the website? For example, will I have to go to Mr. Robot to see my DPS, or will this replace recount?
So it won't probably replace recount because that's in game, and we won't be bringing that stuff in game. I mean, that's a serious project, and recount already does a good job of it. But we will be bringing everything into the website from the combat logs. So hopefully we have all the combat data that you need on that site for kind of like post analysis or like live logging. You can look at it for live logging, but for like the actual while the fight's happening, recount data, we won't be replacing that.
Okay, so you are going to have like some sort of tool that allows you to do live logging or upload the file.
Right. Yep.
I forgot. Someone did, I think, ask that when I was talking to them. Not while we're doing the show here, but someone says like, are they going to have something where you could do like live logging too? I think it was someone in our guild
oh yeah, nice.
Because some of our guild mates actually do look at the live logs and while we're trying to figure stuff out.
we weren't going to do it. And then, I'd put it on like Twitter or something like that and ask people, what do you use it for? There's a very large number of people who use it because they think they're going to forget to upload the log at the end of the night. And that's all they use live logging for. But then we don't have people who are like, hey, we wipe enough that we want to actually assess it before we continue. And we're like, yeah, that's a good argument. All right, we'll build it. So, yep.
All right.
Thanks to our Twitter users.
So that was it. That was it for our questions. We got Foff some props next. So.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that was all of our questions. Thank you,
Yes.
chat room. Great,
Yes.
great
Yeah, you guys are
questions.
awesome.
Thank you.
That now we get to now's our stress relief
Fun.
time.
Yeah.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! You're cool. Fuck you! Fuck you!
Fuck you.
Fuck you!
Fuck you.
Fuck you!
Fuck you.
Fuck you! Fuck you, Saddam Hussein of Iraq.
All right. So V, we normally ask our guests if they want to go first with either letting out rage or giving some kudos to somebody.
I'll go last.
Okay, that's fine. So, Zia?
Yes. It's just become a thing I do now, because I just know it makes you mad. Right, so, do I have any pops? Not really. I'm feeling pretty happy, feeling pretty good. My birthday's on Saturday. Like,
Ooh.
it fell on a weekend this time, so it's coming up. And I'm still in my 20s, so it's happiness. And,
yeah. I'm still
yeah.
in my 20s. I've been 29 like 5 years in a row now.
Nice! Yeah, I'm turning 29.
Right.
Like,
yeah, so
and
you
I-
won't ever get older. You will never get
No,
older.
I'm going to turn 29,
Again.
This is my
Right.
29th birthday, but then next year I will also turn 29 again.
Right.
So,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
so yeah.
Good number.
Q. Yeah, no, I'm feeling pretty good. And you know what? I think I want to give props to Q, actually, to Corey. He's done a phenomenal job with our art, and just, I'm so impressed with it and excited. And I can't fucking wait for everyone to see, especially the banners. Our banners, which we're going to do for anybody who's seen our pictures, but our banner had, so like this logo, and it was a great big banner, and Lignar and Sarah had like did you all play rock, paper, scissors?
We
to decide
sure
who got
did.
it? So there's 3 banners that we're going to do this year, and I just saw the art for it, and they were so cool. And did you win? I thought Lignar won it. So Sarah just.
Oh,
there it
This
is.
awkward.
Yeah, there it is. It's a very nice banner, and so we're gonna have 3 of them because we have 4. It doesn't make sense because we have 4 rooms, but yeah, but we only got 3 banners. But the arts is really turned out great. Q's did all of our art for Catalyst and is doing all the art for World of Podcast, and really bang up job. So yeah, I'm just props to him, I guess. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Ray?
I'm gonna say Foff to people that don't understand. Buy a pizza at menu price. Using a coupon is not menu price. It's fucking stupid.
No, it's different.
No, it's not.
No, it's just wait. Using a coupon is not. It's different.
No, it says buy a pizza at menu price and get one free, but then they want their pizza to cost $5.99 because they have a coupon for it, and it says not to combine, but they don't read the fine print. And we got like 17 phone calls about it today. Like, oh, I want this pizza for $5.99, and then I'd like a free one because I got this coupon. It's like, no.
No,
Get
I'd
the
be
pizza
like,
for
you're
this.
a dick, and you can't. Yeah, it's
It's
spooky.
so annoying.
Oh, it's the racist cat.
Yeah, it's my racist
That's about it,
cat.
though. Sarah, what about you?
Actually, it's been a pretty good week, so I'm going to say props to people at Starbucks who actually paid for my wife and my drink. They were one car in front of us at the drive-thru, and so...
That's really nice. I've always wanted to do that, but I never did.
Yeah,
it, 'cause
this
I'm
guy,
fuck,
like,
but they
he just
ordered
paid,
something
and it kind of made my wife and I feel bad because we were making fun of him because we, like, as the drive-thru, like, turned, we noticed that he was like picking his nose, so we were making fun of him, like, oh, look at him, like he's digging for gold up there, and I'm like, pick.
Maybe he found it.
And I'm like, pick a winner, and and then when we got up there, they're like, yeah, the guy in front of you paid for your drink. We're like, God damn it.
Okay, that's funny.
So,
That's
but no,
really
so
nice, though.
so we wound up paying for the people behind us as drinks.
See, pay
That's
it
cool.
forward. That's good.
So
It's like
we
I
did
want to
that.
meet the jerk who like doesn't pay it forward. Like who stopped that in the line?
Yeah.
You know? Well, unless
Apparently,
like there's just no one behind them. But
well,
you
after
just pay for
we
them.
offered to pay for the people behind us, like they said that the longest they actually had one of the like this is like common. They said like the longest they had one going was for 8 hours.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a lot of nice people.
yeah. So
And it's funny because everyone still paid for their drinks, but you feel very happy about paying.
I would just imagine that like if they just kept going because everyone was just being nice, that whoever was like finally like the last person in the drive-thru was just like, hey, they paid for your drinks. You're like, is there anyone behind me? They're like, no. They're like, oh.
You
no.
could still pay though for the next person, right? Even if like that's like they're closing, you could be like, fine, give it to the person in the morning.
Well, I mean, if you're paying with a card or with your little Starbucks app or
Oh,
something.
Yeah.
oh, because the people behind you already ordered, so then you're actually paying their exact amount.
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
I'd probably be the dick, by the way.
Yep.
Just so you know.
That sounds
You're
fun.
like,
Mother.
sweet, free
Then
coffee. Thank you. bro.
Foff to Ray.
Yep.
All right. We have a Maslow phone call, Foff. So.
Nice.
Hello, Seraphist, Racist, it is Left Hit Maslow.
Yes.
Again, calling with Foffs and props. Like I tweeted out, the return of the Helen Foff are here upon us. But first, props to Fock Pog for that awesome Shatner Helen picture that made me laugh. Literally at work, and also a few coworkers. So thank you very much for that. But let me tell you what this bitch is doing now. Oh my god. Okay, they changed the vacation policy at work. Okay, so she puts in, and on the break table, a petition. I'm kidding you not. A petition to human resources to change the vacations, the way that they earn vacation time, back to the way it was. Bitch, they are not going to change policy because you don't like it. Okay? For some reason, this stupid ass bitch thinks that she's going to lose out on vacation time, and she's not. She's just being a stupid ass bitch. You still get the same amount of vacation time. You're still going to get your 4 fucking weeks of vacation. Shut the fuck up, bitch. I'm tired of hearing about this stupid vacation shit. Now we have to have stupid ass meetings over this shit. We've already had 2 meetings over this. Now we have to have 2 more meetings over this. You know what happens whenever we have these stupid ass meetings? I don't get the checks done, bitch. Seriously, knock it the fuck off. Okay? It's not gonna change. You're not losing any vacations. Shut the fuck up, bitch. You're really pissing me off about all this shit. Because now we have to hear Judah bullshit, blah, 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 for another fucking hour over this vacation shit because either you're A, too stupid to understand it, or B, you just don't want to understand it. But there's my Helen Foff. Hopefully there will be more soon. But I also have a prop for the movie Galaxy Quest for including Bird RP in the movie. Yes, you heard me right. There's Bird RP in Galaxy Quest. It's whenever they're on the alien planet. And Tommy Laredo is like, call Jason! And there's Bird RP in Galaxy Quest is now another reason why I love that movie. But if you haven't seen it, Ray, I definitely should, recommend it. But I will see you guys on Sunday. And just love you guys. I really do. Bye!
Fucking Bird RP.
I'll take her word for it. I'm not watching that movie.
So, yeah, and
Galaxy Quest
congratulations.
is fantastic.
I've
That's
never
fine.
actually watched that movie. I know it has Tim Allen in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
But it's supposed to
fantastic.
be, like, really stupid.
No.
Okay, well.
That's what I thought too, by the way.
Well, fuck Helen. Fucking Helen.
As usual.
But congratulations to your wedding. There's been
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of people, from us as well. But my camera's freezing on me. Stop it. So
yeah.
Congratulations,
Let's see.
Aslu. And fucking Helen.
Did you just read her props? Sorry, I was looking at the...
No, I didn't, but
Oh.
yeah, she says props to the Forge family for making my wedding night so awesome.
Yep, and so Lore Worker Saul, aka Chat Potato, also said, also props to Mazu and Sika on their in-game wedding. We love you both. Good luck, guys. And props to Dark, GM of Forge family, for making me cry during the ceremony with his awesome words to Mazu and Sika. Also, Foff to Dark for making me cry during the ceremony with his awesome words to Mazu and Sika. And he also says, wow, Foff, me for being an idiot and running 3 different background downloads. That's why the fucking streaming is skipping, you dumbass. But he also phoned one in.
Nice.
And it's funny, it's like he timed it right before the monkeys were going to cut him off.
Hey guys, it's Low Walker Soul calling. First time I've called him a Foff before, but couple of things. First of all, I'd like to wish a big fuck you and fuck off to a particular member of my family that I'm not going to name. But no, fuck you for coming into my apartment without permission. Fuck you for when you coming into my apartment. Fuck you for taking my fucking cabs. And fuck you for not telling me about it until the fucking following day. So yeah. And then telling me that I'm not getting my gas back because you don't think I'm responsible to take care of them. No. Fuck you. You're being a fucking raging asshole right now. It's kind of bullshit. Big fuck off to this freaking team that I'm stuck on. Fuck off to Eternia for also being a raging pain in the balls. Fuck off to all this fucking car that just went by in the middle of the rain and splashed the fucking puddle on me. Let's see. Oh, props to my phone. Yesterday, when I was on Twitter, I was typing to you guys, and I don't know exactly what I typed, but it auto-corrected it to Foff. So yeah, props to my phone for that. Props to my amazing co-host, Nazlu, also known as the Evil Left Hit, and Dihuruk, also known as the, cow pie maker. I don't know, but, props to DG Dragon for some of the, one of the best pieces of our show that we have. Which, to figure out what that is, you're just going to have to listen to our show, Walker's Round Table. Shameless plug. Props to you guys for getting to your 200th episode. Actually, I believe this is either 201 or 202 that this is going to be on. But, yeah. Fuck off to my right knee. For wanting to limp right now and hurt. Other than that, not a whole hell of a lot. Good luck with all the podcast, guys. Sorry I'm not going to be able to make it there this year, but I will see you next year. And, Ray, I'll see you next Tuesday. Alright, bye, guys.
Ray's confused. I was trying to figure out what was the background noise going on, and I guess he was, like, walking in those cars, so...
Cars. I'm sorry about the bad things, though, that happened with your apartment and family. But I wish you were going to World Podcast, too. Because I'd like to meet you. And that sounds kind of creepy, but you know what I mean. Thanks for calling in. Right, so, yeah. Oh, I guess I should read this next one, because it's from Chef Fulgen.
Yes, you gotta read in the accent.
Alright, so Chef Fulgen says, Foff to the Hearthstone players that use bots. I want to look across the board and not see Bling Trunk doing all the shit.
Sounds about right.
Nice.
Let's see. Greywow 101 says, fuck off to judgmental haters and props to lovers and supporters.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty general. You can use it every week.
Yeah.
Let's see. Epic Insanity says, fuck off to my work, props to my future employer, whoever they are, I'm coming for you. Was that a threat?
We're voting, yeah.
Let's see. Askin said, fuck off to Bank of America for having really awful customer service.
Mm-hmm.
And Velvet Does says, fuck off to not being able to hear the show and the Helen Foff. So hopefully Velvet Dove was able to correct that on her end.
I feel like Foff should just become Helen. Now it's Helen time! It's like a weekly thing.
So no random questions because we took all the questions that we got this week and we used them on
I
V.
I get to go.
That's right. Say V has something.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You deferred. You deferred to the second half. It's a football term.
Right. Thank you. So, we just got we just moved. So naturally, we're waiting for our security deposit to be refunded from our previous dwelling. Mm-hmm. And we had a really good rapport with these people. We lived there for 9 years, and we were very good tenants, so they were, really cool with us. And we get this, and I find out they're deducting almost the entire security deposit for complete bullshit. First, they told us, oh, we'll replace the carpet. You lived here for 9 years. So we're like, cool. So they told me, you don't even have to vacuum. I'm like, sweet, thank you, right? Well, they decided they were going to charge us for carpet cleaning because they're not replacing the carpet because it's in such good condition. They're like, but, we have to clean it for the next tenants. I'm like, but didn't I just save you like a few $1,000s because in 9 years I'm good enough to this carpet? You don't have to replace it. But it's okay. I'm protected. The state of California says you can't charge for things like carpet cleaning. Yeah.
Nice.
For routine carpet cleaning, not allowed.
Right. No, you're right.
Good. So that went in an email. And then they also decided to charge like $500 for regrouting like the bathtubs and the showers, or not regrouting, caulking it because they have such a bad design and leaks. They just caulk things. And the caulk naturally gets like messed up and moldy, and we've had them replace it like several times while we've lived there. And so like, oh, we had to like scrub it and we couldn't scrub it clean, so we had to replace it and we're charging you. I'm like, no. This is not anything we did. This is
I thought security deposits were for like if you kick a hole in the wall or like Yeah.
So the state of California says you have to clean it to the extent of how it was when you moved in. And then normal wear and tear is not allowed to be deducted. And they said like examples of normal wear and tear would be like your walls are slightly dirty, the carpet has spot stains but nothing major, things like this. Like so, and they even specifically said things like grout and things like slightly dirty. It's not your problem. So I wrote a nice letter. I hope they're cool, and they're like, oh, okay, we'll give you your deposit back. But like, it's one of those things like no matter how good you are with the people, you move out, that security deposit's all about money.
All about money.
Man.
Yeah.
So that was fun. So I got to spend my morning doing that. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. It's annoying, right? And like it's such a mean thing to do to like tenants because when you move, whether it's to an apartment or a house, there's a lot of upfront cash involved, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so then to like screw on the security deposit on top of that, it's like that's just really mean. And like every landlord does it. And it's like, but that's why there's things like tenant laws and free services from the, government that help you fight these things.
Yeah. Sorry you had to deal with that.
Right? But a big props to all of our users who have upgraded and helped keep our website running so that I can keep this as my day job.
There you go.
So yay! Thank you.
Which really segues into, because I believe you wanted to give something away today. Unless I'm mistaken.
Hold on. I have hold on before you do that. I have a real quick security deposit story.
Oh yes.
Great.
Misery loves company.
Well, actually, mine ended pretty good. So when my wife and I we were leaving our apartment and we were moving into our house, for anyone who's ever lived in an apartment, that they come to do a walkthrough and they tell you how much of your security deposit you're going to get back. Well, during like the last few months, my wife and I we were kind of helping out like a local charity like Homeless Pets, and we were basically foster watching a dog, and we were foster watching a chow. So for any of you who don't know what a chow is, it's a gigantic dog that looks like a teddy bear. And my wife was like, "Oh my god, it's so cute! We'll watch it. We'll watch it for like a week." Well, this dog ripped up like the carpet at the seam, like where the carpet came up to like our door.
Oh, no.
Like, and like back. And I knew for a fact, though, because I was talking with some of the maintenance workers, that as people were moving out of the apartments, they were tearing out all the carpet and replacing it with hardwoods because hardwood flooring in the apartments in that area were selling better.
Mm-hmm.
So, when they came and they said, "Oh, we're going to have to charge you for this carpet," and I said to them, like, "No, that's just normal wear and tear." I said that, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, I guess you're right." And they left, and we got, like, our full security, and my wife is like,
"Oh,
how the fuck did that work?" Like the carpet is down to, like, the bare bones, and you just told them it was normal wear and tear, and they bought it. I'm like...
Nice. Good work.
So
Sneaky bastard!
So whenever something is, like, not going in our favor...
anyway, I guess.
Well, but... Whenever something's not going in our favor, my wife just tells me, she's like, "Go tell them it's normal wear and tear." So for example, we tried trading in my wife's phone because she has an iPhone 4S. She wants the new iPhone S. And there's like very slight, like, micro crack on the side of the phone. Not the LCD screen, but the side of the phone. And they're like, "Oh, the phone's cracked." I'm like, that's just normal wear and tear. My wife slapped me. She's Anyway.
That's awesome.
All right, so you wanted to give something away. Sorry, I had to tell my security puzzle stories.
Yes. So, how do we want to do this?
Yeah, how do we want to do this? You guys are the experts at the show.
Oh, okay.
Do it in the chat room?
Yeah,
we can like a live chat room thing?
We can do it in the chat room. Oh, yeah, it's been live the whole time. So, don't worry, they've been well
behaved. They're all bots. Our entire chat room is nothing but bots.
Good work.
So, yes. So, it looks like a lot of people listen when in reality. Yeah, so typically what we do is we'll have everybody in the chat room say Mr. Robot or say something, and then we'll come up with a random number and what have you. So unless, Sarah, you want to do something where we give away to people who ask questions today.
Oh.
I'm going to let you deal with it.
Well, I think it'd be unfair. So how about this? And oh, I'm sorry, V. Tell them what they are.
Oh yeah, a free premium Mr. Robot account for a year. We're gonna give away. And since I can't see the chat room and I'm unbiased, we could do something fun like the best first name for Mrs. Robot, and I could pick one.
Okay, and I won't tell you. I'll just read them to you, and
so no peeking at the chat room.
Yeah, no peeking.
Yeah,
I'll read them and we'll debate. So chat room, if you all could say if you could put Mrs. in front of it, just so I know you're not randomly, like, your Tourette's aren't kicking in, that'd be helpful. So Mrs., if you would like a premium account for a year, which I think is a fantastic giveaway,
especially since it's going to be really badass with Warlords.
Yeah.
If I can say so, can I say that about my own product?
You can say that. Fuck yeah! We say that World Podcast is gonna be fun all the time.
Okay, self-promotion. It's like badass. Everybody.
You know what? When you work really hard on something and you're proud of it, you should promote the fuck out of it. My opinion.
I agree.
Yeah.
Ray just shits over everything he likes.
Yeah.
He does the opposite.
Yeah.
Well, some animals mark their territory.
Yeah, I guess so.
There's a couple of folks
Good point.
Who are like, I'd rather give them my money because they love you so much.
Oh, you guys are so
like somebody's like, oh, I like this name, but don't put me in the show.
Well, you can always give it to a friend.
There we go.
Maybe can't afford it.
We
try to make it super affordable. That some people have a very tight budget.
Yep. Okay, here's some. Okay, so we have Miss Renee Robot, we have Miss Rosie Robot.
Rosie. I know the reference.
Miss Roberta Robot. Miss Sylvia Robot, Miss Zia Droid. That one doesn't count.
Damn it!
It came from Sarah.
I'm partial to Zia Droid. I created her.
Miss V Robot. Somebody else said Miss Heather Robot.
Nice.
Zeotroid is awesome.
Miss Alexandria Robot, because asking Alexandria. Miss Gwendolyn Robot, for no reason whatsoever. So those were the choices so far. Oh, and the person who said Miss Heather Robot said to also not include that for them. So,
Okay.
Do you need me to read them again, or
I
have Miss Susie Robot?
I'm gonna go with and well, I guess you guys might not be able to help me pick since you can see chat room. Either Gwendolyn or Sylvia.
Okay. I'm surprised. I thought you were gonna go with Rosie. Okay.
I know Rosie is pretty funny.
And then Katya Robot is another.
Oh, Katya.
And that's a very good. That's a good Archer reference.
Katya.
Person.
You know, my brother-in-law has been trying to get me to watch Archer.
It's really funny.
Is it really funny? Okay.
It's funny.
Let's go with Gwendolyn.
Gwendolyn. Okay. Gwendolyn was from Broomfondle.
Broomfondle. Nice.
So Broomfondle, you are the winner.
Hey. So we just need you ask Mr. Robot username, and I can get that set up.
Cool.
Very exciting.
Yeah. Congratulations. Thank you for your fun submissions. Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever watched Arrested Development?
Yeah, love Arrested Development.
Okay, so the lady whose name I can never fucking think of, but like the mom.
Yep.
Okay, she plays pretty much. So she's Archer's mom in the show. She plays herself. Isn't it like Jessica Walters or Joanne Walters or something like that? She plays herself on Archer pretty much. Like
awesome.
that, like really like domineering matriarch. Bitch drinking, like, you better be fucking nice. She's fucking hysterical. Like, that character is, like, tailor-made in Archer.
That's awesome.
And if that humor, like, if you think that's funny, then you'll probably like Archer. It's offensive and hilarious. It's
nice.
Really, and the animation's nice, so,
I have to check that out.
Yeah, Q, I actually thought that Rosie was gonna get it, but I didn't want to... I knew who said it, so I was biased.
I was hoping Zeotroid, but
sorry I gave you away, buddy.
All right. Well, we've already read our Stitcher review. All of our questions we asked via already, so which means it is time for haikus.
Big titties and ass. She wants to be inside you. Haikus from Zia.
Jessica Walter, thank you. I couldn't think of her name. Anyhow.
I thought you were just going straight into your haiku there.
No.
Jessica Walter. Thank you. I mean, I thought you were on the second line already there.
No. Broom, V says that they will try and have that set up by tomorrow for you. So, anyhow, I am going to read my haiku because that's what the segment is. Okay. We looked everywhere, and after lots of searching, a Miss Robot was found. And that's my haiku.
I have one tonight. Love pocket bacon. Waiting on sandwich feature. Normal wear and tear. All right. So who stuck it out? Stuck out for the whole show?
I have it. Okay.
Damn you.
Chappie. No, Chappie gave me a haiku.
Oh.
Okay. So, Chappie, I gotta break this down in 575. So, okay. So, Zia's in the danger zone. Fuck stupid people. Oh, there it is. There's the top. Okay, Chappie, let's try again. B from AMR.
Oh, my God.
Zia's in the danger zone. Fuck stupid people. Fuck stupid people. Okay, it's perfect. That's really good. Yay!
I'm sorry. Bitches.
Bam. All right. No, I didn't see the top of it, so yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, chat room, who's here?
Oh yeah, chat room. For the people who showed up. Right. So we got Addie, Adam, Broom, Chappie, Chef, Will, Dr. Dre, Epic, Gray, Jaded, Joe, Left Tit, Q, Ro, Tarconis, Topo Can, Tweb, Blake, Dan, Velvet. I missed the tip. Yeah, I missed the tip. I didn't want to see how it felt. I missed the tip.
Just a tip, just for a moment. All right.
Adam, I need to get that game. I need to play Bravely Default.
V, where can people find you, Ask Mr. Robot, all the good stuff?
All right. You can find us at Ask Mr. Robot on Twitter. And you can also find us, like if you need to email something that doesn't fit in Twitter, feedback at askmrrobot.com. And we're on Facebook not at Ask Mr. just Ask Mr. Robot on Facebook.
V is going to be at World of Podcast, by the way. So
yes, I'm so excited.
Yes, if you are
the whole Team Robot crew will be there.
They are going to be.
Three of us.
Yep, we're going to have one of the folks on a panel, and V will be there for everyone to shake hands with or take a picture with. I'm bringing you out.
Or free hugs.
Or free hug.
Free hugs.
Oh, my camera quality just died. My computer's putting the kibosh on the show. So yeah.
All right.
Anyhow, sorry, I'm getting distracted.
Where can people find you?
Rayfist on Twitter. It's RAYFYST and BirdRP, bird_RP.
You mad at us, buddy? You okay?
Huh? No.
You
No,
look
is that
upset.
okay?
Now he looks surprised. Now he looks surprised.
No.
You're not okay.
All right, you can find me. You can find me on Twitter at Seraphis. I'm also on Steam as Seraphis and Xbox Live Amish Mafia. Space between Amish and Mafia. My blog, variantavatar.com. Zia, what about yourself?
Right. So I'm on the internet. ITSXIA on Twitter, and yeah, that's it. And the show.
All the show deets.
All the show deets, right. So thesundering.net is where you can find our website. We are on Twitter. Be sure to give us a follow. We would really appreciate it. It's The Sundering. We have a Facebook group page. Go over there and give it a like. Facebook.com/thesundering. We have a YouTube channel. YouTube.com/thesundering podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like our videos, and check out our previous episodes. And feel free to join our Steam group. It's called the Group. It's called the
Group.
Join our group. It's called The Sundering. Join our group. We will eat some grapes. We have a phone number, 323-SUNDER-0 or 323-786-3370. You can call, and one of our trained monkeys will, I wanted to say service you, but I don't know how you feel.
Remember, you only get service for 3 minutes, and then they...
Yeah, you get
they
service.
chop you.
Yeah, you get, if you like hand shandies from a trained monkey for 3 minutes, then we are the number to call. Right, and then you can always email the show at thesunderingpodcast@gmail.com. And, of course, we are a proud Catalyst Gaming Media podcast, videocast, I guess whatever you want to call it. It's catalystgamingmedia.com for other awesome shows and blogs, and we have a couple blogs, and, yeah, all kinds of neat things going on over there. And then our intro, of course, is courtesy of Boxing Fox, and yay for foreign ska music. Thank you everyone for submitting Foff tonight questions, and of course joining us in our crazy ass awesome chat room. We love you guys. Thank you for fucking downloading us, inviting us into your home, your ears, your head. We always just want to be inside of you.
Next time we podcast from a robot-only speed dating social gathering.
That's right.
Shit, I could have made a fucking better episode.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.